Alright, hello. We are ready. We have some games for you right now. We've got Into the Breach versus Barney's Trusted Dinosaurs. Everyone is in the lobby, so we're going to go. Thank you all for coming along, if you're here. Let's just get started. So, that is the right scene. And we're ready. Okay. It used to be S to start, now it's not. B. There we go. Alright, so I'm observing, producing, not really casting because I'm doing all that instead. So, yeah. Let's get some of this. I didn't want to miss any of this because it's just, you know, it's UK Siege. it's what I love. Definitely go open up Tom J. Sherlock's channel, which most of you probably already have. Looks like they're in the middle of the Rogue versus ITB Academy game right now. It's round 8 as we speak. This stream, I should mention, is running on a 3-minute delay. In fact, I should probably put that in the title. Give me 2 seconds. Don't want anyone to get confused over here. Let's update that. There we go. Alright, back in the game. And because of all this tomfooleriness, I need to be making sure I'm noting down bans and stuff. So, who's that? Into the Breach, Bad Dash. We've got Dokkaby. Tubarão as the first ban. I don't think I've seen a Tubarão ban. No, I have. I've seen plenty of Tubarão bans. Even in, like, the 3 comp games I've casted since his introduction. So, yeah, it's definitely a powerful op. We're here on Chalet as well. It's a good choice here. Lots of important breaches. And we have Barney's Trusted Dinosaurs on their first match of the day here. So, Into the Breach got seeded on the opposite side of the bracket to Rogue, which is probably the most important thing to have transpired so far, because it means that they are quite likely to meet each other in the final. That being said, Rogue right now are behind to ITB Academy. So you could even have an ITB Academy versus ITB final. That is on the cards. Oh my god. Have they changed all of the observer controls? Oh boy. That is horrible. Oh my god. Alright, well, I'm relearning them. It's all inverted. Alright, that'll take some getting used to. Also, it swings round in a very different way now. Oh, it used to center on what you were looking at. Now it centers on where we are.
5 seconds to go.
Oh, that's horrible. Okay, we're going to do a lot more first-person specking here. Just to make up for that. Alright. Get into grips. I did see that Nanos had complained a little bit at stuff, because it was all different. Did I send a tweet? I think I sent out a tweet. Maybe I didn't. Alright, so yeah, we're just flicking through people right now. Kitchen defense, that's the most important thing. I gotta remember to write these things down, because this is like, if we get rehosts, which we may well do, given that this patch is bonkers, then I need to be able to reset the lobby. Alright. And they've reset my keybinds as well. Beautiful. Azza has found one. Just running out the basement, I suppose. Venom's with the second. Nice refrag up there on the top floor. Lambe on Barney's Trusted Dinosaurs. Interesting. Up against basically a fair few of his own old teammates in the X10 star lineup, or X Calories lineup. Although not really, because they kind of moved on before he did. But he's up against his old coach, at least, in Kenny. Noah managing to find another kill here from the chimney position. And at the moment, really, Barney's Trusted Dinosaurs kind of locked out. Ooh. Almost catching Pirate on the other end of this. The Mantas finds Noah in the meantime. I'm missing all the kills. I'm missing every single kill here. Pyro and Demantus in the 2 versus 4. They have gotten rid of Noah here, so they can move forward freely. But there is a line in the sand, and I do not know how to find my overhead view. Overhead view is no longer an option. What is that? That's free cam. Okay. So we can go into free cam quite easily, but going into overhead view is not as easy. And also, I don't really know how free cam works properly at the moment. Thank you for the follow, El Hornet. I believe that makes you the 1000th follower, so congratulations and thank you so much for being the 1000th follower on this channel. You are very welcome here. Alright. 25 seconds. It looks, honestly, thank you for the hydrate, Rick and Morty. Jonker surely holds this. There we go. Freebie for Jonker. Let's see what Demantas can do. He's managed to drop right into the middle here, but that's a very smart play there from Azza. Dropping, or from Kendrew, dropping beneath. You've got Azza with the intel from the camera. Demantas going downstairs, hunting for the kills. No way he wins the round after that move. And it's Kendrew who cleans things up. Solid round there on the defense. Where is Striker when you need him? Good question. He's watching the ITB game. To be honest, I could probably call him up and see if he would throw on a clean feed for me. Would be nice. And considering I'm running on a 3-minute delay here myself, I could get him in, have a chat with him. I might see if he's about for the next one. If Shrike will probably pop up in chat at some point soon, and I'll just beg him to come observe for me instead. It is what it is. For now. Alright. So, while this is going on, I'm going to dive into the keybinds. I swear I did this like the other day, and it's already changed. Controls. Controls. Customize controls. Observation tool. Spectators. Alright, so. Zoom in, zoom out. That's fine. Upper floor, lower floor. That's fine. Top-down camera is moved to alt for some reason. We're going to make that C. Yes, I don't care about that. That can be X. Camera up, camera down, that's fine. Tilt camera up, rotate, rotate. I think I need to flip these all. Yes. Yes. Up. No, that's fine. Down. I hope I'm not missing too much. Play pause, what? First person cam, spacebar, yes. Free camera, Z, that's fine. Hide HUD, alright, cool. Here we go. That still doesn't feel right, but whatever. We roll with it. Alright. I didn't miss too much. There we go. So they're still trying to dig this player out of this spot here, but there's no one there. I love this. I love the phantom presence from Azza, or from whoever was in that spot before. God, I hate the way that they've rejigged this camera, this overhead. It's so painful. After years of being very used to one particular system, they've changed it. I tried to get to Kendrew there. I missed him. See, I'm just so bad at observing. This has become a Jerry struggles to observe stream. Ooh! Cheeky little peek there from Kanto. And an important refrag from Demantas, who's actually pushing sight effectively here. Pyron on the top floor and Venoms have managed to storm their way into Library. Pressure from beneath into the breach under some flak here. Jonker going underneath as well. Azza holding the fort. Noah holding Ivy. Ooh, if he peeks this at the wrong time, he could get swung by Demantas here. No. Judges his timing quite nicely there, does Noah. Busy doing some vertical work. Demantas is looking for the entry here downstairs. They've got a minute to work with, BTD. Barney's trusted Dinosaurs. One of the finest names in UK Siege, if you ask me. And no one did ask me, but there you have it. Noah is really not looking too good here. It's all on the Jonker. It's the playmaker here. Can't land the shots. BZ with a 2K. Look at that. Barney's trusted dinosaurs putting one back. Alright. I've had a very long work day. I got back in about an hour ago and I was scrambling to try and get into these games and observe and get one watched. I wanted to see Into the Breach's first game. I just about missed out on it because I hadn't set up myself properly in the Discord and Challenger mode and all that. But now we're in and now we're fine. And I'm on about 3 hours sleep. So at some point I'm going to crash, but it'll probably be after these games. I'm hoping to stay alert, alive, awake, enthusiastic, or whatever order that's supposed to be in. As a person who teaches in primary schools, not a primary school teacher, I should mind, a person who teaches in primary schools, I really should know that phrase a bit more comfortably. Alright. Lambe has lost his drone. BZ's about to lose his. No, he's not. Good boy. Let's have a look.
10 seconds left.
These are the wrong way round. We find the controls. We fix those controls.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Page up, page down. Where's the page up, page down? It's this. Zoom in, zoom out. Page down. Yeah. Page up, I suppose. There we go. FPS is ass. Good, I didn't miss anything important. A. There we are. Whoops. Ignore. Ignore that. Oh! Look at that. A bandit trick without the assistance of Tuberal? In this day and age? In this economy? Absurd. Obscene. The Mantas does not like what just happened there. I didn't catch it. Something was the issue. Whether it be a misplaced EMP or a buggy breach. Something bad happens. And as all good Siege players do, they will play to the whistle and just deal with it. BC's holding a flank here. Pyrod's got the long angle. Lambe on the far end. Pinning down whoever might be on this top floor. Kendrew, in fact. Playing with an open hatch. Azza still holding on to friggin' Solarium. Unreal. Demantis has managed to take out someone in the site, though. So Noah has to fill in that position. Lambe tagging up Kendrew on the hatch. Well, not Kendrew on the hatch. Who was that? They still don't care about Kendrew on the hatch. I'm still Kendrew on the hatch. I didn't substitute the word Kendrew for Kenny. Like, I was asking for. I'm such a bad singer. Improviser. Alright. Pyrod losing... Oh, no, sorry. Winning out on the long angle there. Downstairs. Azza still has this flank potential. We're going to stay with Azza here. He's the one in the playmaking situation. Kendrew as well. To some extent. Kanto spotting Lambe. Oh, they do read his position, but he gets them. Kendrew dealt with on the hatch, though. All up to Venoms, who's managed to take the site in the meantime, but Azza and Kanto evacuated and took above. Venoms can get the plant down. They have a bit of a ping here. They do have a read. Pinged that keeper barricade. Venoms, he's got to try and bait here.
10 seconds remaining.
He might get this, though. Looks like he will. When 1v2 potential here for Venoms. Swings around the corner. Play on the table. Great flick there to Azza. Switches to the pistol. Faster than reloading. 8 bullets in the mag. Kanto on the other side. There's a ring around the rosies. And Kanto wins it out. A dance around the wine rack there. Kanto takes the win. Oh, so close. I have a line for that exact scenario, but I cannot spend it I cannot spend it while I'm observing at the same time. My brain literally cannot cope. Literally, that position, there's such a good line that I need to remember it. I can't quite flesh it out in my head right now. It's because you've got the kegs. It's something to... Oh, what is it? It happens so frequently where there's two players either side of all the wine. And there's a... Oh, I'm gonna kick myself for it. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have it written down somewhere. Let me get this. This is so nerdy. All right, because I have a whole list of weird, like, kind of turns of phrase and jokes and gags and sayings and things in a big old list on Microsoft OneNote. And occasionally, I'll just jot stuff down. There we go. Where are we? Should be right down the bottom.
5 seconds left.
Have I done it? Have I not? I surely I've written this down.
Are moving to defuse a bomb.
Oh, I don't think I have. Oh, it's gonna bug me for the rest of the day now. I cannot think of what this saying is. Anyway, into the breach. 2 rounds ahead. 2 rounds ahead. 1 round ahead.
Reloading. Cover me.
Ooh. What's he gonna find there? Mantis on a bit of a scouting mission. There's no, like, zooming in anymore. Is that... There's... That moves you up and down floors, but it doesn't zoom you in or out. You can't zoom in and out in the overhead anymore. What have they done to the overhead camera? It's 2 steps forward with the free cam and 1 step back. I can't believe this. Why have they changed that? Alright, well, it is what it is, I suppose. I suppose it's just a reason to get more used to using free cam then. I'll try and force myself to use free cam a bit more. Oh. Are being held in place here by the keeper barricade. That standard play. Noah does win it out. Will he get the second? Oh, dancing around the keeper barricade. I get played horribly there by the rotating camera, and Noah gets played by Pyrod. Kanto's really in a dicey spot here. Caught out by Pyrod. Double kill on the round for the IQ. Making a mess of ITB right now. Wow, Demantas taking out Yonker as well. All up to Kender, and he gets downed. Easily finished off. No chance of a self-res. Barney's trusted Dinosaurs just keep swinging back. They keep pulling it back. And what defense was that? That was a kitchen defense again. We just had wine. I've got to keep track of these things because I'm observing as well. If you can't tell already by the horrific attempts at trying to get to grips with yet another change in the observing controls. Yeah, I highly encourage you to keep Tom J. Sherlock open on another tab if you don't already. I'm actually going to make sure I've got it up on my phone here. I can see what's going on. That looks like a hell of a game as well. Rogue on match point, by the way. And they are a man down on match point. So 6-4, ITB Academy still in with a shot there. Attacking Chalet. Sorry, attacking Skyscraper, I should say. Chalet here. What am I talking about? Yeah, so we've lost the ability to zoom in. So this used to be zoom in, the buttons I'm pressing, page up, page down. But instead now they kind of... They do zoom in and out. But it's more of a... Well, they don't zoom in and out, really. They just ascend. And then you change floors with the usual buttons. Rotating the camera, instead of rotating based on the point you're looking at, now rotates in place, which is a real pain, because it means you have to, like, oh, it's just not, it's really unintuitive. And then, what it means now is that I'm just going to have to get used to free cam. And I say that, I appear to have rebound free cam off of the default, which means that I cannot find it anymore. Alright, we'll rebound free cam in another round, guys, don't you worry. We're going to stick with the action for now. I'll stop complaining. Again, I've jumped away from the entry kill. And that is Kanto doing Kanto things. Venom's taken down outside. Is that a run out? That was. Azza getting a little bit dicey. Kanto taking a fight out the front door. Takes down BZ. ITB once again clapping back here. Let's see what Lambe can do in this position. Venom's has been down as well. Never mind. ITB just swinging for the fences this round. Venom's has been rezzed outside that window. The finish didn't come through. But he's worse for wear. And 1 minute 40. This is surely an into the breach round. Oh, spots the slick hair of Azami there. And a whiff of ponytail. But no bullets connecting. A whiff of ponytail. This is what happens when I cast by myself. I'm kind of, and especially while I'm observing, I just kind of, it's more of a train of thought than actual casting. Rogue versus ITB Academy has gone to round 12, by the way. Real corker of a game there. This one looks equally close as well. Honestly, the skill gap within the UK Siege scene, is it into the breach? Is it the tier 1 team slipping? Or is it actually that, you know, Barneys Trusted Dinosaurs are the real deal? Venoms gets the start of the 2 versus 5 clutch. Finds Kanto. Got the entry kill in the round. Now he's on cams. Call him Camto. Thank you for the follow, Level Beast. Or Level Beast, or whatever you prefer. Pyrod is getting in a fight up here. Still, they're dealing with the player on the top floor. 25 seconds left, mind you. Venoms has not used a single piece of utility. Then again, he was down before he could get any of it out. Has noticed this, Gumai.
15 seconds to go.
You just gotta, you gotta gun for it. Tries to take the fight onto Ivy, loses it, and we should get to see the top floor. No, we won't. We don't get to see the top floor engagement either. Ivana died. That's all you need to know. Well, into the breach. Just keep going ahead. Can they maintain a lead? Where was this against M&M Academy? Good question. Where was this against M&M Academy, Demantas? I really want more players to adopt the Tom on job formula. I want to see Dom on job, Venom on job, John Con job instead of Jonker. There aren't many others that it works very well for. But yeah, more people on the job, please. I like it. Spam this Peach to help into the breach. Yeah, we can maybe get behind that. Doesn't have the right lyrical flow for my high level of scrutiny. You know I will scrutinize every kind of chant, every kind of catchphrase, just way more than it needs to be.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
With that in mind, I saw a clip of I think it was a Spurs fan with a big drum. What was it to the tune of? Oh, the first goal doesn't count. Oh, the first goal doesn't count, which I fucking love. So, if EU in SI are getting smashed by... that was a bit of a dirty noise. What? Lambe. We are 30 seconds in. Barney's Trusted Dinosaurs have died. Just all died. Every single one of them has died. And that should be the round. So I can continue talking about chance. Has that game just finished? Oh, looks like Rogue have won it. In regulation, 7-5. Into the Breach Academy are out. No longer shall there be a conflict of interest potential between Into the Breach and their Academy side in this bracket. Azza looking to make it a a flawless round as he ensures the continued death of that corpse by throwing a bunch of goo mines on top of it. It's not flawless as it turns out, but Jonker will finish off Pyrod in the garage, and we are on to the second half. But yeah, if Eminem, they're not going to SI, holy shit. If who is? I was about to say BDS, they're not either. Is it G2, Wolves, and Virtus Pro? If any of them are getting smacked about at SI, we need the oh, the first round doesn't count. Oh, the second round doesn't count. Oh, the third round doesn't count. We need that. I think that's an excellent self-deprecating chant, and trust Spurs to have that in their locker. All right, second half, and we are on to a master defense. Sorry, I'm especially obnoxious today. I'm on 3 hours sleep and some coffee. I just need to very quickly check some DMs that might be important. We will find out. Yeah. All right, cool. Not important right now. Grand.
Locate and defuse a bomb.
All right, let's have a look. What is going on in this round? We have Kendrew on the Nomad and Azza on the Griddy. All of the flank watch you could possibly want. Well, I mean, minus just generally drones and stuff will happen. 247 Mason _ thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to we don't have a collective term for people who follow this channel, so welcome in general, I guess. Need to come up with one of those. All the good streamers have one, don't they? Oh no. Lambe. Ah, yes, it did look a little bit like he was just staying still. 500 ping will do that to you. But he got the kill. He got the one. Azza taking down one at least. And now let's see how the team are set up. We've got ourselves pretty good control beneath and around Solarium. Venom is kind of, and Demanta's kind of pinned back here inside of bathroom and the master closet. Pyrod on the back line here, just guarding against any potential backstab. Looks like the Yana of Noah. That's his job. Demanta's slowly patching it up here. I do love a bit of chalet. This map's just so much so interesting to watch. Pyrod looking to find a gap here. He's got to time his peak. Noah on the other end. Here's your chance. Oh, he whiffs the shots and he's taken down by Noah. Oh, Pyrod. That was the game-changing moment. Demanta's going for the res. Venoms has found one. No one's a Kanto. 3v3 taken down immediately. Defense still returning to their stations. Oh, under threat from the window. Noah is causing real problems for the defense here. 40 seconds left. Kendrew has that diffuser now. It's potential for a plant, but they need to cover bathroom. They need to cover the swing round in the closet. Azza has that left side covered. Does get the Mantis down. And Pyrod. Very nicely played by Azza on the Overwatch. Kendrew forcing those engagements. Clean stuff from Into the Breach. Very clean. Massive round from Noah as well. Honestly, just the fact that he managed to get the down on the player peeking him out on the balcony. If he goes down, suddenly they lose all control. So yeah, 5-2 now. Into the Breach looking pretty comfortable in this round. We know they love a bit of chalet. This team. Very solid chalet team.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Trusted Dinosaurs, no slouches. No slouches. They've gotten far in a lot of these qualifier scenarios across last open quals, all the other stuff. Can't remember exactly how far they went in Rumble off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure they were there knocking about with some of the best of them. And maybe Combine, if I'm not mistaken as well. Didn't get too far in the League of Challenges. In fact, did they even play League of Challenges quals? I don't think they did.
10 seconds to
Maybe they did. Maybe if they did, they didn't make an impression. That's fair to say. Now, there's the free cam. Let's get this going.
objective is to defuse a bomb.
And the problem is, of course, I don't have a controller. So my free cam is speedy. Woo! And really bad. Look at me going through all these items. All these items? Okay, and I don't have, like, free cam skills yet. This has been a severe nerf to Jerry's observing skills, the change to the overhead cam. Alright, maybe he does get play at that distance. Oh, but he doesn't realise Kendra is coming up the stairs. Bad timing. Bad timing. End of an angle you're fighting. Especially with the 2x scope there. He's always going to have the advantage there. Although, to be fair, wait. BZ. Yeah, BZ with a 1.5. Cold, so I'm going to assume it was around trench. Into the breach eventually. It's the only option they have at this point. Azza has picked up that diffuser, and Noah creating yet another breach on the boiler wall. Oh, tackles Demantas, but the C4 goes out, and that is one of those things. We love those. That is just beautiful. It's not meant to happen, ladies and gents. It's not meant to happen.
15 seconds.
C4 from beyond the grave, but 2 versus 2. Let's see what ITB can do. God's working against them that round. ITB. Well, they stick to their name. They head into the breach and they grab the kills. Asterix. Asterix and Keo from earlier. Better late than never. Demantas is looking insane. He's 10 and 7. The rest of his team are just not here. They are not here today. Been rough. It's been very rough so far. Oh, I can see Tom's watching me in the past or in the future. I forget how this works. It's 5-2, so he's going to watch this round that we've just done. Great. The guy either. So, like, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. I don't actually have any keys bound in order to ascend with the free cap. What can BTD do? Final defense it could be. We've got to play perfect game of Siege. 4 rounds at least. This is bittersweet for Lambe as well, playing against his old coach. Floor. Lambe tries to come up the stairs, but nope, he's not allowed to. Let's have a look at what BZ can do. Already spent his T4. He does have red pings. Grenade sails out, forced downstairs. Diffuser grabbed. And it doesn't matter because Kanto is downstairs. That's a GG in the chat. Lovely jubbly ITB, mate. 6-2 or 7-2 after that one. 7-0 on the first round. And because this is a one-man op, doesn't matter though, because I'm 3 minutes delayed. So if his bowels are in working order, or his bladder is in working order, then he should be back. Like, really, I've never quizzed him on it. But you know, sometimes you can have a quick poo. Depends, you know, how much roughage. We can't have South Breach graphics on a break screen. Let's get my old reliable up. Here we go. All right, proper break now. Alright, boys and girls. We got a game! Now, Lemiki Reborn is what fits in the thing above, but this is technically Revival of Lemiki up against Kudakong. I am really worried that Kudakong is some sort of horrible reference that... Oh, I just realised that the game audio isn't going to be coming through. Let's set that sorted. There we go. That should fix it. There we are. Alright, yeah. I'm really worried that Kudakong is some sort of reference that I don't get. And, like, I hope it's not a slur. Like, I mean, to be fair, these admins are usually pretty on it with allowing safe team names. But, you know, some slip through the cracks sometimes. And we've had crap like that before. Alright, I should be writing down the bands. Because if I've got a rehost, I've got to do all the bands again. Who is it? Kudakong left. Kudakong. Okay, yeah. Oregon. So we got Ying, Mira, Dokubi, Femra. Cool. Ying, Mira, Dokubi, and Fenrir. Okay, cool. Now, that is Revival of Lemiki. So if you just joined us, the reason I'm barely addressing anyone right now is because I have to make sure that the game works, because I'm doing all the observing and stuff today. This is a solo show.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they
action. There we go. Give you a nice setup, a nice view of the setup phase. Alright, so the winner of this game will most likely go on to face Into the Breach in the next round. However, Into the Breach are, of course, playing a game themselves. I can't remember who against. So, there is another team that they could possibly face instead. What's the heavy doing here? So, this is basically an ECS match, by the way.
5 seconds remaining.
We got Heavy. We got
Attackers' objective is to locate a
Tom
bomb
on
and
job,
defuse
who
it.
was in chat like not long ago. We got Steno, the one and only. Wow, that was a horrible sneeze. That was I could not. Just sorry about that. I literally lost all ability to do anything, have any control over my body. How have I been a little rat here? Steno, doing Steno things. E2, absolutely. Or who is it that's up here? Who's doing the drone work? Nickies. Check your corners. Oh, he spots him. Albert, get on your bike. Steno, though, with the support. Look at that team play. How do they build that synergy? Oh, Steno outskills yet another player. And that is a good start for Lemiki Reborn, or Revival of Lemiki, from their full and proper titles. Alright, I'm going to chalk this up as a Lemiki victory straight away. So, 1-0 to Lemiki. Is that rude? Is that disrespectful? You see, I feel a little bit mean, because I actually don't know who Kudakong are. I don't recognise any of these players. I'm assuming they're Nordic players because of the names, although Nikki might be Nikiwood. That is my assumption. Alright, this is the one sort of player I recognise. He has snapped to the head of J-Lo, but Tom on job seals the deal. Pedestrian for the Revival of Lemiki. And we are heading in to round 2. It should be kids' dorms and main dorms on the top floor. Is everything working? I've just realised I kind of like rushed into things here. We got game audio. We got my face in the corner. We don't have chat blocking anything on screen. It's all looking pretty good. I'm a little flustered today, I won't lie. It's been a busy day for me. And I got home from work and I thought, I dropped Tom a message earlier as well, Tom J Sherlock, and I was like, look, I'm properly shattered. Would you mind if I come onto his stream? This is, a long shot basically. But like, Tom was like, nah, I'd rather do a solo one. I was like, yep, that's cool. Kind of what I expected, but also at the same time, now I'm kind of glad because we have multiple streams going on this bracket, which means that we get to see both sides of the bracket, which is really nice. And we've had a pop in from Tom earlier. I should pop into Tom later at some point. It's a little bit harder to run this because I'm I have to sort the back end out, sort the observing out as well, and also bearing in mind that I'm delayed, so me visiting his stream while he's live doesn't really help anyone. Like he's kind of like, you could just go to his stream and get him 3 minutes earlier, rather than come to me and watch a 3-minute delayed version of Tom J Sherlock's stream. Also, the vibes are better over there. I won't lie. Like, just go to Tom J Sherlock's stream if you want a good time. I'm always there, in the chat at least, lurking. He's an actual streamer, is the thing. I just pop up. I come out of the cracks for these events. All right. Nifsu down for the count. First round. The second round, rather. And the Mickey Reborn once again having the entry frag. Oh, IQ with nades. God. I keep forgetting. Just, it makes me so happy. It makes me so very, very happy. But then, at what cost, right? We've lost proper nades. That being said, it's good utility. People are going to continue to run nades on operators that have them, just for the fact that they can clear stuff. It's it's like carrying 2 Gone 6s. And then you've got the opportunity of a kill, maybe at the other end. Meepy rounding this corner, got double commandos going. 2 players in server wearing no underwear under their trousers. J-Lo taking out Meepy with that swing. Tom on Job finds Nicky Boots as well. E2 finally eaten up by J-Lo. And Kelmo is no longer on Sesame Street. I don't know any... Okay, alright. We've got a pause coming in. And we have got infinite pauses for this tournament because, of course, there is a load of things wrong, unfortunately, with this current version of the game. The patch dropped. It was delayed, the new season, by about a week and a day. And in case you've been living under a siege rock, no, if the rock was outside the realm of siege, so you don't need to have been living under a rock to not know that there's a bad patch out right now. But if you are into siege, into esports, into playing siege, then you will have somehow been under a rock in that space to not notice it, because there are some big issues in there. People crashing, people losing, having FPS bugs. So thankfully, the tournament organisers for Malta and for South Breach and for other things that are going on have allowed, for the time being, to grant infinite.
You mean Hercules?
Thank you very much, our FPS, for the follow. Infinite rehosts, infinite tech pauses, etc. Because they understand the importance of the situation and the severity, the frequency with which these problems are occurring in this patch. I'm just checking in on Tom J Sherlock's game on my phone right now. Viridius Galea are 2 rounds down to Friendly Fire, 3-1 up. But it looks like Viridius Galea are getting a plant down on Kitchen of Chalet and are about to win the round, so 3-2 probably. Head over there for an actual updated version of the score, because of course I'm 3 minutes delayed from your perspective. Both Nicky's and Meepy played on Nordic Championship 2021 season. Okay, Nicky, cool. I had not heard of Meepy. That is on me. I didn't really follow the Nordic Championship 2021. I probably did at the time because I was on NPL. Although that was 2022. I don't think I did follow the 2021 season. I would have looked back on it because those teams would have qualified for NPL. So I was doing my prep for that season. Man, I do miss MP. I do miss I miss having a job. It's part of the reason. But I also just miss like the whole vibe. It was a really nice kind of large collection of casters, and we got kind of thrown around and mixed about a bit. Which like I prefer having a kind of set duo nowadays. Two Doors I've really sort of come to appreciate. We go back a very, very long time, me and Two Doors. Ready? Okay. Have I been wittering on? No, okay, we were waiting on that. Cool. Let's go. Alright, time was resumed. There we go. I need to make sure I pay attention. I can't go off on color casting rants. Rants, you know what I mean. I can't be doing that when there's a game to manage as well. So, here we go. That was Dawn's. We now get kitchen dining. An unusual choice. But hey, Lumiki are reborn and ready to do anything. So, Tom on job, ECS player. Hebby, ECS player. Steno, ECS player. I'm pretty sure JLo and Halva go back to ECS as well. Like, this is a full ECS lineup, and I'm pretty certain as well, if I go back far enough, that Nikivut also competed in ECS at some point. If you have no idea what ECS is, old school grassroots league that we ran back in like 2019, 2020. I think a little bit of 2021 as well, maybe. It's where me, Two Doors, Whippet, Gibson, Kangaroo Kenny, there's just dozens of talent, especially, and like coaches got their kind of start in competitive Siege. And there's it's like we kind of look back on it as like the kind of successor to CCS in that way, because a lot of like the tier 1 casters like Dez and Ace and I don't know if Ace was, but definitely doesn't like X, like Sternab, for instance, and like other admins and things. They all came from CCS when that was a thing, and a load of players as well. Like, you know, your Spoich, your Avengers, they were competing in CCS, and then like ESA also running alongside that for a long time. Oh no, okay, that was very, very close there. But Tom on job has also found a kill. Doesn't land the second one. Oh, Kelmo! I need more Elmo references. This is what I keep saying Kelmo Mass's name and wanting to make an Elmo reference, and then I realize I just do not have any background Sesame Street knowledge, really. Like, but very little. Okay, he's just holding a flag. Let's stop watching him. Oh, JLo is in the site. Of course he's in the site. He's defender. I need to get fucking used to Tubarao. I was like, this is a... I saw the M6, the M14 or whatever it's supposed to be called in this. Oh, very nice. I just assumed it was a Maverick. Still not used to Tubarao. I didn't play much during the test server, so yeah, it's a bit new to me. Kelma going underneath, looking to maybe get a sneak up freezer stairs. Where would that place him in the grand scheme of things? Let's have a look. It'd be a nice little backstab. Hebby is sort of covering that approach. Oh, Halva with a long-range kill to the meeting stage. Meepy trying to swing it back. Doesn't find Halva. Tickles him a little. And this breach is really just not working right now. Meepy has got, of course, time on his side. 28 seconds. And there are no more ice packs left. So down goes that wall. Meepy makes use of the breach, finds Halva. Heavy with a long angle. Let's see what he can do. This is a very key position here for the castle. Has to have the cross, but he doesn't. JLo now in the 1 versus 2 as the fuse is being set with a red timer. Swings it. It's in the smoke though. Good cover. Great use of utility. Giving away his position with the shots from the DMR. Komamus smartly falling back here. Same as Meepy. JLo looks like he's struggling with some ping issues as well. That could be on our end, who knows. Can tuck himself in, go for the ninja defuse, but he just has to bait the engagement. Meepy, more than a match for it though. And the 2 versus 1. 2 versus 3, in fact. Sealed out by the FBI squadron of Thermite and Ash. Very nicely played. That's the first round on the board for Kudokong. Definitely need it. I harp on constantly about the importance of winning your tertiary attacks on Oregon, as does everyone. So I won't bore you with any more, because I think most of the people here are probably connoisseurs, if I'm not mistaken. If you're not a connoisseur of Siege, welcome. I really, really hope you enjoy your stay. Especially on what is by far, or what's the best way of phrasing this? This is definitely not a fair representation of how cool Siege is, in the sense that this is just me running this show, right? Usually, you'll have a team, you'll have a bunch of things, you'll have beautiful graphics, all this stuff. My face wouldn't be plastered in the corner, and you'd have casters, you know, 2 of them that can actually bounce off each other instead of me kind of trying to just keep the wheels rolling constantly, while running the show as well, running the operating cameras. Whee! Spinny, spinny, spinny. Yeah, it's usually a lot better than this. If this is your first Siege stream, I genuinely don't know how that's happened. Like, how, what has brought you here specifically? Am I like a work friend or something? Tom on job is just like, stop, please, please. They're already dead. Stop being so mean. You got 2 players at the moment on Kudokong on Donuts in Nifsu and Meepy. 4 rounds in, almost. Well, sort of start of the 4th round in. You 2 getting into a fight with someone in the tower. Big tower. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going down. No one's there. No one's there. If they think someone's there, they're wrong. They know no one's there now. Okay, cool. Steno and Tom on job are the ones sort of extended out roaming. You got 2 or 3 rather on the site, and really it's a stretch to call these roaming. It's a real stretch to call this roaming. It's just a freezer extension. Now, without the ace, they are lacking hard breach. That is a real problem here for Kudokong. They did not bring any backup there. They didn't bring the hard breach charges on the Lion. It means they're just gonna have to force their way down. They can't open up angles like the angle into Harry Potter. Luckily, there's no one operating that position on the defense of the revival of the Mickey. But ultimately, this is just going to be a complete bottleneck. And downstairs is a crossfire party for the defense at the best of times. This very one-sided Kiba barricade that blocking the view of the attackers from the stairs is especially painful as well. I really don't see how Kudokong pull this off. In terms of utility, in terms of strategy, they are well behind in this round. The shots are going, well, Kudokong's way, as it turns out. Nifsu finding one. Meepy taking some fights. He gets 2. They line up for him. Big pair of frags there. Absolutely what they needed to claw their way back in here. Tom on job. He's not really on the job. He's a bit late to the job, if anything. Getting back to site slowly. Being droned out. Finally takes that one down. Honestly, I feel like the read there, Kudokong, was there's only 2 on site. Let's push. They didn't take opportunities there. They really should have moved with that. But now Tom on job is in a decent position to hold the line. JLo as well. Great move by Heavy in the playmaking position, right by Iconic position. Oh, close on the wall, does get taken down through the breach. 3 versus 2. Tom on job, though, having returned to the fray, making huge plays from Freezer. Nifsu going down as well. Tom on job on a triple. Can he make it a quad? He absolutely will not, as Kelmo somehow escapes the P90's wrath, but with only 3 seconds left, the diffuser out of his reach. It's JLo who will deal the final blow. The Black Ice Magnum. Love to see it. A close round. Much closer than it should have been, considering the advantage that Lemiki Reborn put themselves in early on with the first frag and no hard breach remaining for Kudokong. But Kudokong made it work. Bit of hesitation here or there, though. Just cost them. And despite that double kill just appearing out of nowhere from Meepy, not enough. Not nearly enough. That was the closest we've gotten to actual casting today. What did I just do? I muted myself on Discord. I'm not even in a Discord call. Alright. Alright. Yeah, so if this is your first Siege stream, I would implore you to go and watch some, you know, actual Siege creators. Maybe go watch Tom J. Sherlock if you're now invested in this tournament. Tom J. Sherlock also operating a similar stream over on his channel, and he actually streams on the regs as well. He's a much more interesting person than I am. So go and have a look, see over there. He actually plays the game as well. Hello, J-Meister. Thank you for the follow. And, of course, I'm responding to these things very delayed because we're on a 3-minute delay here because I'm observing. I'm not providing a clean feed here. I'm observing and streaming. So, you know, we can't have stream sniping. And that is a rule for the tournament. And most tournaments. Steno, what are you doing? Where are you? Where's Steno? Here we go. Steno's not, like, he's not Joe. He's not that level of, like, coin toss. But he does fancy a good run out, a good peek, as does Tom on job. So we'll keep an eye on him too for this 5th round. I think between them, they must have had the entry kill in pretty much every round that I can recall. I haven't been making strict notes, and in fact, that's a pretty bad thing because I really need to be making notes about the round history, just in case we have a rehouse. There we go. We're up to date again. That being said, it's Oregon, and honestly, you could probably guess the round history based on the score at any given moment. Steno definitely gets a kill here, right? Like, there's no chance he doesn't get a kill. Rogue are playing tonight, and we will possibly have either... We will definitely have Rogue or... Okay, so the problem is, Rogue are playing Jihu at the moment. No, sorry, Jihu are not playing Rogue at the moment. Rogue will be playing Jihu probably later, depending on whether Jihu get through this next round or not. We're not watching the action. Hold on. Let's get them. Let's see what's going on. But the problem is that Jihu denied a stream, which is silly, really. I can't believe that's possible. It's an oversight, quite honestly, by the admins, but, you know... Hopefully it's something that will be rectified after this qualifier. This is only the first qualifier of 8, so I expect them to make a rule change there eventually. Quite often they will.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
So we will probably see Rogue, but they have to wait for the Jihu game to finish. And I don't know whether Tom's going to take that one or whether I'm going to take that one. We'll see how it plays out. Whoever doesn't, they'll probably follow ITB, assuming they get through. ITB, if they win their match, will come up against the winner of this one, which is why I wanted to highlight this game here. And all hell's broken loose. Let's try and get a nice assessment of the situation as much as I can. Goodness me. Overhead cam really has been nerfed in this patch. Ooh, Kelman trying to get the pinch. Halva fights in his corner. E2 finally takes him down, but Steno surely makes it. No, he doesn't. Heavy. Last one alive. I really thought Steno was going to get the big play there. Now Heavy trapped. And a Dorm's plant going the way of Kudakong. This could be massive in the grand scheme of things. Heavy has to clutch up here. 1 versus 3. Lands the first onto Meepy. Didn't need to play that aggressive there. E2. Falling back to Attic. Cumulus. Inside a trophy. Heavy can isolate these 1v1s. Don't know if he'll expect the prone angle. He does! Beautiful play there. Just instinctive from Heavy. Almost on the other side of this armory single door, though. Very well positioned. And surely you swing this. You've got the angle. That's a freebie. Great play. Disciplined from Kelmo. And that is a round going the way of Kudakong that they may not have expected. Get drinking, you say. Oh, I see. I saw that without the context of the hydrate that you just dropped. I thought you were just telling me to get pissed. But yes, I would start drinking. Cloudy lemonade for today. Good sir. In case you're interested. Oh. Sugar-free from Aldi. Hashtag not spawn. Beautiful stuff. Alright.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
I become more and more like Alan Partridge by the day, I think. Thank you for the hydrate, though. Guy has been as strong as my 14-year-old brother for years now, and he plays Fortnite. I don't know what to take from that, but thank you very much for the insight, Valemax. Valama X. You know,
Seconds left.
if I say every possible interpretation of your name, I'll get it right once.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Last defense here from Mickey Reborn, and we have Halva going to the top floor. An interesting move, given the recent changes. I wonder if he has seen the patch notes, if he has seen the tweets about this spot. Because we're probably going to see less play up here in general, based on the fact that you need to really properly line up the vault prompt to escape safely nowadays. You may get stuck if you're not aware, if you're not ready. So, who's on the other side of this? It's Nifsu. He has the drone in place. We're going to stay on this duel. A very important one. Steno beneath as well, providing cover, providing support. Really, he's the one that's going to try and make the kill here. Halva's job is to soak up time, soak up attention, and enable it. Tom on job taken out by Meepy in the meantime. Meepy was holding this door, so that could have been another peek, another attempt. Steno does go for the jump out and takes out the repelling Nifsu eventually. So some value gained from this hold. Nikki finds J-Lo though. Where on earth was Nikki there? Over here. J-Lo, I'm not quite sure. Honestly, it feels as though half of the fight is going on around Spool Tower. Where is it? He was peeking from the armory window, so the cover was there. That was very smart. Steno has found his way back. How does he even do that? How did Steno get into attic? Did he just run? Did he run up the stairs? I'm so lost. Anyway, he did that quickly, if he did. Anyway, 4 versus 3, and I've collapsed the player cards for some reason. Alright, they're back. Oh, Kelmo, man who clutched last round. Again, Kudikong in an advantage on this Dorm's attack. Not what we had in the scripts. Steno getting ready to line up this C4. Getting his spot worth, you know, it's worth practicing this one. Will it sail over? Will it connect? That is the question. Can he get it through that doorway? I do believe with this shot you can get it through. If he were to toss it now, I think he probably would get Nikki. Oh, Halva though. Finding both beneath. Very nice. Deals with the backstab. Steno finding Nikki as well. And that surely is it for this round. E2 getting himself in a bit of a scuffle there. Halva making a massive play there downstairs. The 3K on the round from the Azami, who started off the round burning up so much time, taking up so much attention on the top floor of tower. So he was just all over the map there. A real box-to-box midfielder. The Kevin De Bruyne of this round. Okay, we'll... I don't know, is Kevin De Bruyne box-to-box? A little bit more forward-thinking, I suppose. You know, he has defensive duties. Alright. There are better examples of box-to-box midfielders. McTominay. Not the finest, but he is a box-to-box. Alright. That was another attempt at Dorms there, that win. So, revival of the Mickey. Evening out with a 4-2 split on Oregon. We could have skipped that half, couldn't we? We really could have. But that would do a disservice to the incredible work of Halva and Ton and Job, who did immensely in that half. Look at the stat there, Halva, 9-3. A 3 KD across the defense. Can he replicate on attack? If he can, it's pretty impressive for an Oregon attack.
5 seconds remaining.
5 seconds remaining. Let's have a check-in of Tom on job. Tom Sherlock. Tom on job's here. Friendly fire 6-4 up at my check. By the time I'm saying this, they may well have won this match already. And A. Littleton's playing. What? Hang on. Friendly fire is Snubby, Snubster, Svebo, Jonna, Zaknu, I don't know who that is, and A. Littleton. Wow, alright. They really do be letting anyone in nowadays. Alright. Well, power to them if they manage to reach the fucking semi-finals or whatever it is by that point. Impressive. Alright. Imagine we get A. Littleton going to Malta. Imagine that happens. Obviously, that's some way away. Winners of this bracket will then enter a last chance qualifier, which is a very strange thing to call it. It's just a big double elim. That's all it is. I think. I need to recap the format of this. Usually I've made a video on this sort of thing by now, but I've been so engrossed and busy with League of Challenges in general that I haven't had time. Steno with the opening frag. Very nice one to get on attack. Taking down the smoke as well. Not what Nicky would have wanted. Steno again in a good position here. E2 on the other side of this. He's going to find himself in contention with two players here. Kelmo and E2 holding the angle against Steno. Meanwhile, Halvo putting some pressure on this attic position. I think we're going to need some top down here. This is going to get pretty dicey. I say top down as I enter free cam completely by mistake. Whoa, hey, let's go. All right, we're riding it out, boys. Free cam for the rest of the round. J-Lo getting the plant down by Pac-Man. Pac-Man explodes. Nifsu has the cross, but Steno's just better. Can he get the double? No, he can't. Kelmo with one. Oh, he downs a second, but Hebby's there with the cover. Well, that was a wild ride. I didn't mean to press free cam. Goodness me. Goodness me. This is why I'm not an observer. Alright, yeah. We will have either Rogue or ITB most likely in the upcoming matches. We just wanted to showcase some of the other teams that are likely to make it a bit further along, based on where they are in the bracket. You know, less likely to come up against those teams immediately. ITB Academy had to wave goodbye very early on in the bracket. Their first game was up against Rogue, unfortunately for them. Completely randomly seed bracket. Quite lucky that ITB and Rogue ended up on opposite sides. I say quite lucky. It's a 50-50 chance. But that's the way it panned out. So likely that we get either of those tier 1 sides, very experienced sides, Rogue X major winners. ITB with X major winners in their ranks as well, including, of course, Kanto, who lifted the trophy with Rogue for Rogue in Berlin. So should that happen, we get a nice little I hesitate to call it a grudge match. All of them are mates. All of those players are close friends, but an intense rivalry, I'd say. So I'm looking forward to if we reach that as a final. I haven't even checked if we get to finals tonight, if this is all over in one day. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure this runs over... Oh, no, I'm wrong. It actually does run over one day, doesn't it? Because tomorrow we've got the other thing. All right, Blitz. Let's have a look. Where's Blitz? Where's Blitz? Get to Blitz. Steno. Hey, there's one. Second one hasn't been downed. And J-Lo secures that kill. Kelmo on the cover does find one. My spectating is horrific, but we're just about keeping track of everything here. And now, a momentary pause. Smoke comes out from the Blitz. Kelmo still holding from Freezer. He's got a good position here. The flashes are not meeting their mark. But he's being held back by the angle held by Steno. But there he goes. That frees up Kelmo. Now it's a very linear push here through Highway and the plant spot. Tom on job on the front line. In the plant spot. Oh, just pulled away at the wrong moment there. J-Lo trying to set the diffuser down right behind him. Tom on job standing right on top of him. Provides the cover that he needs to. Halver with one as well. Meepy takes out J-Lo on the backstab though. Oh, almost a direct trade there, but Tom on job. So adept on these bottom floor takes. I mean, I swear I've seen him pull everything out of his hat down here on the basement attacks, basement defenses, whatever it is. He loves this site. And that is match point obtained. Reached very early by the revival of the Mickey. 2 for 2 on their attacks of Oregon so far. This is very confident stuff. But of course, because it is Oregon, we cannot write off coup de camp.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs
on their defense. Could be the final one. Ooh, I don't want to spectate him. I feel like that's my end. That looks like my end. Yeah, everyone was lagging a little bit. Thank you very much, Valen, for the follow. Why is this game and why is the game between Rogue and Viperio not being streamed? Jihu ex Viperio declined the stream, as far as I'm aware. Yes, it was that game that they declined. I believe it. I think I said earlier that it was the game before that they declined. Jihu, basically, they didn't want it being observed, being streamed, which is stinky. Both me and Tom J. Sherlock have called them out on it because, you know, people want to watch these games. That's what we're here for. It's a bit of a shame. But, you know, if they get knocked out by Rogue, then... Yeah, here's the thing, right? I can see a world where they really, you know, they play a really good game against Rogue, a tier 1 side, ex-major champions, and it doesn't get streamed. And if they lose in it, you know, if they, let's say they lose 7-8, they would have made a massive mistake by not allowing that to be streamed, if you ask me. Because that would have been a fantastic advert for the team. I don't know how the game is going. Or maybe, you know, it might be that they've already lost or whatever. Even if they've won, you know, if they win a game against Rogue, they should be proud to show that. I think if you play against any tier 1 side, quite honestly, as a tier 2 side, as an up-and-coming side, you need to let it be streamed. Like, it just doesn't make sense not to. You're trying to promote your brand, especially as an August team. You're trying to make sure you get picked up. You've got to show something. Show that potential. And everyone knows that Jihu has potential, but this is a real moment for them to actually prove it, right? That Debris just does not want to cooperate. Alright. Lemiki Reborn, or the revival of Lemiki, to give them their full and proper title. Struggling against this Tuberal for the moment. Nisu in position. And that's very nice, using the wall here to deny that hatch from beneath. Look at the global... It's just a... It's a diameter... It's a spherical radius on the Tuberal thing. That's ridiculous, the amount of range you can get. When you consider, like, for instance, the range of a Cade Electroclaw is so much smaller, and that's a spherical radius as well. The amount of stuff that you can stop happening with this. If you're being enabled in this position, a great operator to play here. Being flashed out. Because, of course, he can keep that wall shut by his own means. Heavy does find the entry, though. Very good moves. 3 stacked inside of construction. A lot resting on Nicky's shoulders here, quite honestly. But Kelmo! Out of nowhere, triple. The range shots from downtown. Taking out so many of that task force. E2 chimes in with 1. Nicky gets into a scuffle with JLo, but they know where he is now, and that is a death sentence on this site. 4 guns trained in your direction. I cannot believe. Very nice shot there. I cannot believe what Kelmo has pulled off there. He really kept his team in it.
10 seconds remaining.
Nice shot there. 5 seconds left. Gets the kill, but they know the win con. They have E2 playing far back. It would have been a bit of a throw had he not been positioned there. But he's a smart one, I guess. I was looking at his stats earlier. A little bit unimpressed. I will give him the credit where it's due. He's won that round for his team, in a sense. Really, Kelmo did, to be honest. Kelmo, what a 3K. Real shame we didn't spot it. That was on me. I'll throw my hands up. Usually I can blame an observer on this sort of thing. Alright. Kids dorms. And that game between Friendly Fire and Viridis Galea has gone to overtime. Very exciting. You better be watching it over on Tom J. Sherlock. Not twitch.tv. No, twitch.tv/Tom J. Sherlock. Alright. Nibble pen. Bad habit, that. So Kelmo has been the difference maker so far for Kudikong. He's won rounds. He's kept them in games. This game. But JLo and Halv are both breaking double digits on the attack. Tom and Job not very far behind. Just a little bit more consistency on the side of the Mickey Reborn across the board when it comes to fragging potential. Some players on Kudikong really struggling, really lagging behind the stragglers in the kill department. And you know what I'm interested in this round? I'm interested in the Mickey Reborn's drone game. So we're going to see what's going on there. Because the rounds they've won, they've managed to find very quick entries in difficult to attack sites. And we'll see how they're enabling this. So J-Lo. Here's a drone like this. Collecting this ground. Keeper barricade actually works very nicely for them because, of course, it means that anyone coming through that doorway has to at least crouch. It's not inaccessible to defenders if they want to retake that ground. Here we go. J-Lo flicking cams for his whole team. The only one on it right now. So we've got 1 on cams and 4 being mobile. Now, this is an interesting thing. We saw some interesting tweets, actually, from Chaos X about collecting data on the quantity of the round, the amount of time in a round that it is optimal to be spending on drones, how many people you should have on drones at any given moment. Tom on Job has joined J-Lo here for the moment. And just a little success rate of Tier 1 teams based on how long they're droning, how long they're sitting on drones, how long they are actively droning a teammate in, what stages of the round they're droning. And, you know, it's a lot of data to have to collect and also very complex to draw any analysis from. But I'm very much looking forward to these kind of deeper findings. So E2 taking out J-Lo early on. And no one sitting on the drones right now for the Mickey Reborn. None out at the moment either, as J-Lo's just flicking between his teammates. Tom on Job funnels through. No real need to do that. They didn't have intel to play off of there. He was just maybe playing off some ideas here. Heavy has the cutoff on the player close, but he has to worry about a swing from Attic as well. If Halva can step up and force these players out of Attic, then Heavy will be in a fantastic position here. But he has to move out. It's too risky. Going to assist instead with this push. First flash is caught. Second flash goes out. It won't connect with Halva. That's good news. He has to watch his bottom. Playing close with the shotgun. Oh, the flank at the perfect moment in the nick of time from E2. And Heavy taken down as well. C4 comes out from Meepy. And looky here. Kudakon making a comeback. 6-4. 2 defenses in a row. Again, we've constantly said, Oregon, you're never safe until you hit that 7th round. Never safe, no matter what round you're on. All right. I dropped my pen.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
Haven't missed anything important, have I? Well, Tom and Job saying easy, and then lots of question marks. Just this tells the story, doesn't it? Look at the timestamp. It says that's been over a fair amount of time. 2028, 2013, 2005, 2005. It's been a moderate amount of smack talk, which is a occupational requirement for entry into the Yukin Qual. Essentially, you have to drop question marks. We do not condone references to your nan anymore. Now, that was a time-honored tradition for a while.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
It's just, you know, it's not very nice, is it? You don't know if someone's nan's just died. That's the thing. Like, I do love a bit of banter, but I think nans are off limits personally. I feel like that might be I might sound like a real kind of prude because of that, but your nan things, nah, I don't like it. I think it's tasteless. It's not even really that funny. I think if it was funnier, then it'd be alright. I like it between friends. The shit you can say between friends is very, very different. And of course, half these players know each other anyway, so whatever. Anyway, I'm getting really sidetracked and, you know, inventing fake scenarios in my head. Tom on Job appears to just be walking through the hallway. Oh no, he's in classroom still, don't worry. Misread that. Alright, so we are enabling here a quick plant inside of meeting. Ikibu, the only one stationed there at the moment, and he's been forced back. Of course, the long angle from Nifsu, although they don't have the opening there.
the diffuser.
He is in a position to try and support in that spot. Steno.
Covered the bomb diffuser.
Oh, he just needs to pick his moment, doesn't he? He just needs to pick his moment. He gives it away, though. It's Meepy. Gets an idea. But there's the frag grenade. Still worth using. Pinned him down. Steno finishes him off. JLo getting ready to set that diffuser down. Does he know just how close Nicky is? Hebby has the cover. Let's zoom in on Hebby. If we can find him quick enough. There we go. Beautiful work. Should has the one deep inside of meeting as well. No, JLo can play quite easily behind the cover of this Ossa shield now. Steno, in the meantime, found another. Let's have a look at this clutch potential. I don't think there's much there. This really could be a Lumiki victory right now. Forced onto the tertiary defense. Great work by Steno finding another. C4 doesn't make this mark. 2 headshots, or 1 headshot and a down. Not enough for E2 to rescue it. The question marks come out in chat yet again. And GG's, of course. We have to couple trash talk with some genuine good sportsmanship. Good work from Lumiki Reborn. The revival of Lumiki. But, is that it? Look at that. 3 players making double digits. Halver, JLo, and Stenson. Double Job never made it past 9. Interesting. Because he had a really good defensive half. And fell off a little bit on the attack. Although, actually, I say that. He won in the basement attack. Very similarly. Alright. So, let's get back to my face for a little bit. Whoa, not that big. Hold on. Nope. Okay, alright. So, ooh, maybe we can do this. We haven't quite got it lined up perfectly. We can. I'll just do some movie magic. Give me 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh no, I've ruined it. There we go. Alright. Quick look at the bracket. This is what's going on. This game, of course, we've already seen it has finished. It looks as though... Wait, hold on. 8-7. Oh, Max OT in the game that Tom was watching. Friendly Flyer will make it through. Wait, where even are they? Are they playing ITB? Oh, God, they're so far behind. Holy shit. So Friendly Flyer have beaten Voridiscalea to play ITB, which means that that game is going to hold up a lot of the bracket. All right. Yeah, let's refresh this because this should hopefully be updated now. Why have they not updated this? Come on. Okay, so Friendly Fire versus ITB. Winner of that game will go on to play Revival of Lumiki in the semi-final. Jihu versus Rogue, score unknown. Team 86 versus Looking for Porg, which is the old Sissy State Punks lineup. Score unknown. Let's have a look at Team 86's lineup. I've forgotten it. Yep, no changes since the qualifiers for League of Challengers. All right. So that's where we're at so far. A Littleton is... I'm just watching A Littleton on FaceTime with Tom. He's doing Victor interviews right now. If I had the setup to be doing that shit, I would. But nah, we're not going to bother. All right. I don't know what match we're taking next. We'll throw to a short break to decide exactly what's being followed. My expectation is that Tom will probably, as an ITB creator and friend of Friendly Flyer players, want to cover that game. So it's possible that we will await the winner of the Team 86 Looking for Porg and Jihu Rogue games to cover that semi-final down there. Which should be a very good game, no matter who makes it through. Team 86 are really tough opposition, so if Looking for Porg win that, then I reckon they can stick it to either of these two. But they will be in the disadvantage. Team 86 beats Jihu in the final of the most recent qualifier bracket for South Breach. So I would rate them as slightly higher. It was closer. I think it was 7-5, 7-5 over 2 maps. And Rogue, of course, expected to win that Jihu game anyway. So we'll see how it goes. Rogue haven't looked like amazing today. They got sort of given a good go of things by ITB Academy even. But, you know, Jihu may be a cut above them. Team 86 may be a cut above them. We'll have to see. Yeah. I'm going to throw to a short break. So, yeah. If you want some genuine entertainment, maybe head over to Tom J. Sherlock, who, you know, has the luxury of an observer today and can actually talk to people. Laney, I know I probably have replied in real time almost because I feel like I said this 3 minutes ago or so. But ITB versus Friendly Fire will probably be on Tom's channel. I very much doubt that they are. Although, I do see Creeds in. Ah, looks like they're picking up the Rogue game. Is this Rogue versus Jihu? This is Rogue versus Jihu. Rogue versus Jihu is taking place, ladies and gents. So head on over to Tom J. Sherlock's channel for that game, which means that we'll probably try and pick up Friendly Fire versus ITB right now. Yeah, we're going to do that. All right, I'm going to sort this out. In the meantime, we'll head to a break, and when I come back, we should have this game, Friendly Fire versus ITB, the real ITB, not the Academy. All right, stay safe, homies. I'm never saying that again. Bye-bye. Alright, we are back and we have our game ready to go. Let us go into the game. Why am I saying this? Like this. All good? Looking all good? Alright. Off we go. Let's just check there hasn't been like a change of mind. We begin. Well, fuck me, I guess. Alright. Alright. Well. When the Fire versus Into the Breach. Eating a burger with no honey mustard. Let's have a look at the rosters here. Zaknu. Alisson, Snubster, Jonna, and Svebu. So, you know what you have to do, lads. In terms of what you would do with your cob. Very important to show what you're going to do with your cob. Where it will be. Anyway, Kedru, Azza, Kanto, Jonka, and Noah. The Into the Breach lineup that we know and love. We saw them earlier on Chalet, taking apart Barney's trusted dinosaurs, and now we have an equally silly name ready to be smacked about, potentially. Flores and Solace bands from our blue team. Which is Friendly Fire. And Brava and Valk band by Into the Breach, if I'm not mistaken. So, starting on a wine defense. Now, interestingly, Friendly Fire, by the looks of things, I will have to double check this. By the looks of things, Friendly Fire had choice of starting side and have opted to defend first. Well, Into the Breach have overtime side and have opted to attack first in overtime. So, teams having kind of different impressions of what will be the favourable sides on this map. And we're starting out with that basement defense, which goes to show that Friendly Fire are definitely coming here with an idea of what it is they want to do. That being said, I say that with a, not just a grain of salt, but a whole dang shaker. Because
10 seconds remaining.
I do not know to what extent this team exists. I didn't watch the interview with A. Littleton. He seemed over the moon that they'd gotten through that game, but then anyone would after an 8-7 victory like that. I don't know if these guys compete. I don't know. I don't think they do, as far as I'm aware. Snubby first death as 2 morale. Not what you want, really. You want to be keeping that utility because it's very useful. What was he doing with it? He was peeking, small peeking. But of course you've got that DMR with the 1.5 scope, right? He has a 1.5 scope on it, I assume. Yeah, I suppose you just got to take these sometimes. Try and set an early example. Force this tier 1 team to, you know, not think so highly of themselves, to respect you. But they ain't going to respect you after that. So, complete opposite intent has been established, has been obtained there. Kendrew on the rappel with the Blackbeard through the Maverick hole. This is dirty. This is just mean. This is not necessary, Kendrew. You don't need to do this to them. Luckily for them, Friendly Fire, they're not coming under too much flak because they are out of range. Svebu lurking around the top floor. He's got Jonna with him. Roaming duo of Warden and Fenrir. And Svebu coming down the stairs, almost catches Kanto out there. Kanto managing to skirt towards the boiler for a bit of safety. Svebu now has control over the hatch. Kendrew does manage to nail one, apparently, on that rappel. Very cheeky. Oh, it's so rude. Svebu. He's activated his goggles a little bit preemptively here. I think he's going to wander into Kendrew's sightline. This is not good. You don't want to be doing that. Blackbeard has your pins, mate. There we go. And that is the shield coming good. A headshot in return. But the headshot saved by the shield. Downs another. Kendrew's a machine. Why are you peeking the Blackbeard? What's wrong with you? Kanto cleans it up. Oh my goodness me. That's some That's some cheese strat right there from ITB on the basement attack. Kendrick's like, it's BB, guys. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Stop peeking him. That's a brilliant strat. I love that. I think that's brilliant. That's one of my favourite uses of Blackbeard I've seen in a while. Wow, into the breach. Innovating even in the MALTA Cyber Series open qualifiers. They, you know, they've got so many big brains with them. Both in the roster, behind the roster. They've got to use all the strats sometime. You know? They can't not go around without using an interesting strat. I say that, we've seen them play default setups for a while, like today. But whatever. I just like peddling this narrative. Anyway. Wow, okay. Only 2 drones already removed from the prep phase. Let's just, you know, out into the breach for their prep phase. Wow, Noah's lost his drone as well. 3 drones lost by to the ITB, and not even a Solace on the opposition side. This is a little bit scruffy for a tier 1 side, if you ask me. We've got many C4s, and almost as many bulletproof cameras on the lineup for Friendly Fire. So plenty of intel, despite the fact that you don't have access to that Solace, to that Valkyrie, banned out in the ban phase, of course. To try and leverage these C4s, and of course, taking above is necessary. So it's a good lineup, if you ask me. It's a very sensible lineup for this site. Snubby and the Capcan of A. Littleton playing beneath. Well, Jonna and Co. try and waste as much time as possible. Kanto having some tech problems. May call for a rehost at some point. Solid 90 for Zach New. This is being hosted on EU Central, as requested by the players. Not that that would have any impact on the frames per second, as far as I'm aware. Shouldn't do. Alright. Who's out on the rappel? Kanto. Escapes a C4, but it wasn't really aimed especially well. Kendrew on rappel finds Febo. And this Windows take, honestly, is a strong one. I've always advocated for teams going for this Windows take on this site. Oh dear, Jonker manages to sit down Littleton. He had to make the play Littleton there. He knew that the threat was on the Windows, but caught out. Noah, again, was outside the building when he got that kill. Finally inside. The first kill inside the building takes it down to 1 versus 5. Snubby, if anyone can win these, it's him, but not good enough. Azza's going to take it. Was that disconnect? I didn't catch that. Crash number 1. Alright, we will have a tech pause. Okay. So a few people are going to restart for the time being, just to make sure that that can go ahead. We do have unlimited tech pauses, of course, in case you're wondering why I just went tech pause instead of waiting for people to call a rehost or whatever. Usually you tech pause for a player drop anyway. But, yeah, this is extenuating circumstances at the moment in Siege. We've got a little patch that is not so friendly to people at the moment. Hopefully it gets sorted out as soon as possible. But, yeah, for the time being, tournament is allowing us to do infinite tech pauses to make sure that games don't get completely ruined by this unfortunate update. I wonder how many times I can say that in a broadcast without it getting stale. Rogue at the moment are at some point in their game. What's the score there? I can't see it. You'll be able to see it. That's the score. I don't think that will read properly. It's 3-0 to Rogue against Jihu. Yeah, all those saving strats really worked, boys. Let's give them some credit. It's skyscraper attack, so they are going to struggle a little bit against the tier 1 side. And I don't know how much I'm backing them, but I always want to back the underdogs. It's just that the fact that they didn't want to be streamed in the previous round has left a bit of a sour taste. Obviously, they don't want the tier 1 side to read into exactly what it is they're doing. We have one player back, just waiting for Kanto now. Alright. So, we've seen a wine attack go the way of Into the Breach. We've seen a kitchen that kitchen? That was a kitchen attack, yes. Also go the way of into the breach. Was that flawless? I believe it was. Not that I need to note these things, but I like to. I like to remember when there have been flawless rounds and sort of tally them up. Especially in a game like this where I want to take a bet. If I was a betting man, I would say 50 quid on another flawless round at some point from ITB. They look pretty dominant here. They've got a real good handle on this map, on this game. They are, as we mentioned before, very solid Chalet side. And yeah, Friendly Fire just managed to scrape through a Chalet of their own against inarguably lesser opposition, I think it's fair to say. And I don't think that team would hold it against me for saying that. We need a rehost. Okay. So the lobby has bugged, and we will be sorting that out right now. And we would be doing it. Will we do it on stream? Yeah, let's do it on stream. Why not? Just too much faff to do it off stream. Now you get to see the wonder that is setting up a lobby. Lucky you. But now we want to go to... Where is it? I think I'd know by now. There we go. 6-1 from the end. Okay. EU Central? Wait. Have they been requesting EU Central or EU North? Yeah. EU Central. Good. Just double checking. Great. And we'll get those invites out ASAP. Come on. Get the move on. Alright. That's one. That's two. Alright. Alright, so... Where were we? Where were Chalet? Bans were... Flores Solis, Brava Valk. Flores, Brava, Solis, Valk. Wow, these guys got in quick. Very nice. Starting matches attackers is blue. Attack during overtime is also... wait, I've got this wrong. Orange. Also orange. Let's get these team names back in. So, Friendly Fire and into the breach. I've noticed that they've swapped sides, which is really annoying. Get this working. Damn it. Can you? Whoops. Okay, we need to get the matches, the round history. I almost forgot to put the round history in. Alright, so. Add round history. We've got 2 rounds played, and both were orange wins. Meow. Thanks, Jonah, for that. Wine and kitchen we've seen. Not that it matters really, because defense haven't won yet. Okay. Cool. All right. Everyone ready then? That is everyone ready. Cool. Okay. Fingers crossed we got this right. First rehost I've done in ages. I pressed S. I'm such an old sea shed. B is the new begin button. It used to be S for start, now it's B for begin. Which is really annoying because it's closer to the space bar, which means you're more likely to accidentally press it at some point. Alright. Wine and kitchen. 2-0 into the breach. Flores Solis Brava Valk. We did it. All is well in the world, and we have achieved the rehost. How do you deal with the excitement at home? I cannot understand how so many people are watching and aren't just falling off their chairs. You're here for the siege. Alright, let's have a look. So, I wonder how many people have muted me by now. Probably a lot. So, bar defense. Some normality achieved slowly after that wine defense coming out at the very start. We've kind of gone not quite backwards through preference of normal site rotation, but I mean,
10 seconds left.
not too far off. I really hate how aliased the
5 seconds to insertion.
Honey, you mean Hercules.
blue outlines are. Thank you for the follow, Yuma895. Alright, so Jonna and Snubby have set up extended over here with a couple of sight lines, a couple of holes, so ready to contest that. A Littleton holds the mirror on site. Svebo on the top floor. Noah's Army on the top floor. Very interesting play. That is such a valuable operator up here. You expect to see it 9 times out of 10 to hold this top floor. Let's see what Snubby's up to. Hoping someone will enter over there. Let's see how quickly ITV go about dismantling this setup here. I would expect it to be quite quick from a pro team. Azza is waiting to get clearance on an entry above. I don't think he's gonna... He's not gonna wait for his teammates to, like, check drones or anything. He's just gonna go in. Why not? Got the shotgun. Let's follow Azza. Why not? There we go. Good choice, Jerry. We found the Roma. Very easy entry for Azza right there. Svebo does take down one, though, with the assistance of that mirror window. Looks like it is being taken out of action, though. Svebo now leaving his post, in fact. But he is being rung. That does leave him exposed. Azza drops and finds Jonna. Just tearing through this north side of the map, top to bottom right now. And now he's going for a cheeky little spin through the basement. Why the hell not? Most likely to come up the stairs and find Zaknu. Impact out to protect the mirror window, but it does expose Zaknu to the likes of Kendrew, who's immediately traded out by Svebo, holding onto this position very nicely. Alistaton under some considerable pressure on site. That window has been opened as well. And Kanto cleans up the pair of them. How did they open that window? I can only assume it was a set of Hibano X Kairos. But it wasn't... It didn't have a Twitch in play. I did scan for a Twitch in the last moments. Just trying to work out how exactly they got that open without... Or maybe it was just a pellet that was well aimed. A one pellet. Surprising though, because of course... You can kind of shoot those out. Depends where you are in the round. Anyway, A Littleton, unfortunately, just sort of
Need to locate and defuse
lost all of the bodies around him. Left with an unenviable task there. Great round from Noah, particularly as well on the Amaru. Was it Noah? Or was it Azza? It was someone. I think it was Noah. Pretty sure it was Noah. Alright, so last... I was going to say last attempt of defense. Not even close. Because we had that rehost. It feels like a much longer game. Or it feels like we've been going on a much longer than we already have. Jihu have managed to get around against Rogue at my time of checking. But it's 4-1 against them. So, not looking great. And a Tier 1 final. Looking increasingly likely as time goes on. As would be expected. Anything other than that would be a massive upset at this point. Alright. Jogger finding his way in, taking out the frost mat. Doesn't want to fall at the first hurdle there. Jonna finding a player from his position inside of dining. Caught out. But look, they've left the side completely open. This is a bar defense. You wouldn't know it from the positions of the defenders. The cover is there from Kanto. And Jonko stuck the diffuser. C4 too late. And we're in a post plant now. Kanto holding his own beautifully in the site. But he's taken down, as so is Azza. It's all up to Kendrew now, playing above. He's being swung on here. They have no idea. Actually, he does. The impacts come out to his position. But can he fight on two fronts at once? Has to go prone. Umine going to pin him in the corner for the time being. Looks like Littleton trying to regroup. No. It's gone the wrong way. Zaknu not getting in position. Littleton has to take this fight on low HP, and he does! Downs and finishes Kendrew. Zaknu has enough time to finish it off. And the rush strategy fails from ITB. The retake. Perfect. Not quite perfect, but very, very nicely done. Kendrew hitting Snubster with, you have pictures of ops on your walls. I mean, I want to laugh at that. I've got Jaeger back there. But, I mean... Oh, that is a... That's a deep cut. Alright. Yep, A Littleton's gonna clip it and ship it. Guaranteed. On a clutch buy against Kendrew. Kendrew giving the respect he deserves as well. Very nice. Alright. Friendly Fire are finally in the game with a round. And they've shown fight today. They really shown fight today. A huge game earlier. 8-7 victory. To make it here. On Chalet as well. They definitely have the goods. But can they deliver those goods? Or are they merely a goods holding facility?
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
I'm waiting for a delivery at the moment, and it's just like, I know that it's been made. It's a personalized gift. I know that it's been made, and it just hasn't dispatched. All right. Ash charged, then they popped it. That makes sense.
Bomb located by attackers.
I keep forgetting about the Ash change. I genuinely do. Svebo does manage to take a lick of health off of Kendrew there, but Kendrew knows better than to linger when he's getting shot from doesn't quite know where in the moment. Probably figured out his kitchen by that moment as well. He's a smart guy. Some drone work being done by Kendrew himself as well. Finds one inside of the closet and not much else in terms of presence on that master side. Just spot the player further back. And that is a signal for ITB to get moving. They do execute quite quickly here. Kanto already having opened out bathroom. Kendrew gets the cut off there. Sebo beneath has to make a play here. This is absolutely crucial. He's the only one really that isn't locked in space. He's given his position away with that spray. Teknu really needs to fight his way out of this corner. He is stuck, pinned down, and finally his death knell sounds by Noah. Sebo trying to make the play up the stairs, but Kendrew, the flank watch of kings. 2 to his name in this round. A Littleton being held back. Doesn't get a chance this time round. And Noah closes it out. Very swift execute there from ITB. Spotting the gap, realizing that at the moment it looks as though, you know, Friendly Fire, they're happy to leave the site somewhat understaffed and try and go for these retakes. It's a little bit naive against a side like ITB who can coordinate that kind of ruthless push at any moment's notice. Kanto was in before they knew it. Claiming ground, claiming bathroom, just completely undoes the defense in that moment. And yeah, Kendrew doing a decent job. Why did I just hear a gunshot? What is this game? I had a gunshot during the pick phase. Alright. Need to be making notes. 4-1 now, and that was a master defense, was it? I think it was a master defense. Shouldn't matter anyway. Could have been a kitchen defense. They lost it, so it won't matter. Wine. We've been all around the shop here. Every single site played, I think, by Friendly Fire. And now they decided to bring the Azami. A good choice. You're going to want to be able to patch up the Blackbeard holes, or the Maverick holes. If they do want to bring a Blackbeard again, I'll be laughing my ass off. Kendrew said on the Ying this time, it would seem. They're passing that Ying round a little bit. It was Kanto last round, now it's Kendrew. No mirror in play for the Ash to deal with, I have to remember that. You missed a little of the masterclass by a single round there, Morgan Skilly, yes. But don't worry, I'm sure he'll be holding on to that one for a while. It's great that these players can just turn up and have a good go of it. And honestly, they're doing quite well. Friendly Fire, they're really punching above their weight. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's surely a death sentence for Snubby. At least he knows that he's given his position away a little bit with that gunshot. He's not completely sitting duck. Bebo. Oh, he does make it. Kanto caught wandering out there. Just a little bit naive for a player of his caliber. Jonka looking to try and get that refrag. As is a drone taken out. A small series of losses here for Into the Breach. And have to be careful they don't die a death of a thousand cuts in this round. Jonka's still curious. Holding from deep inside but contesting out the map. In the meantime, a heavy push being coordinated here on the bottom floor into Trench. Jonka finding Svebo, who... Where was he in all of that? The Warden. Actually, I have no idea. You'd expect to be in the site, right? Looks like he was playing... No, never mind. I thought that was a gun. Wasn't. Kendry getting ready to send it in. Plays a Candela everywhere. Blinds elbow, blinds blue, blinds pillar. Elbow and blue are the same place, but we play. We move. Jonna finding one above. Noah forced into the engagement. They haven't stuck the plan here. Kendry spends his final Candela. Snubby taking out Jonka as well. Kendry left in a 1 versus 4, and that execute rather toothless, it seemed. 25, very easy for them just to stop it in its tracks. Kendry not setting the diffuser. He didn't have it. It was stuck outside. A little bit of a disconnect there from ITB. Tried to pull the trigger. 3, 2, 1 go, but not everyone was ready. Now, he really has to fight his way out of this. Friendly fire, hands off the keyboard. No need to move here. Smoke goes out. Gotta try and make a play. Smells one. There's the BP cam. That surely spells his demise. They can swing with free intel. Free firing. Doesn't expect the player left, and that's Jonna closing it out. 2 rounds to the good for friendly fire on their defense. Not a bad shout. Not a bad start. But I do believe they opted for the defense at the very beginning. So, coming out of it with only 2 rounds, not ideal. Far from ideal. Because it indicates to me that they are probably less comfortable when it comes to the attack on this match. And it looks as though the game between Rogue and Jihu has finished. Have a look at that scoreline. Not quite sure. Team 86 managed to beat Looking for Pork 7-1 as well, which you probably know if you've got the Tom J. Sherlock stream open, which you should. And Revival of Mickey awaiting the victor of this game. They were just a little bit ahead on the schedule. We covered that game earlier. They're probably quite keenly watching this right now. Hello, Revival of Mickey players. Doing your scouting on Into the Breach and Friendly Fire. I'm gonna coach you through this. Try and watch as much Into the Breach as possible. Let's really examine their setup here. Take them to Chalet. Counter-strap them. Counter-strap them. Do it. Alright. You can outsmart Kenny and the gang. Kenny and the gang. Double Kennys. It was almost destiny that they would unite. Alright. So this is their top floor setup for a kitchen defense. We've got soft wall going into mezzanine, but double reinforced looking along the library hallway. Well, not looking along the library hallway, as it turns out, of course. And if you want to scout out what Friendly Fire are up to, it's this kind of bollocks. We've got Amaru, Dokubi, Osa. Plenty of 5.56s in play, with the Thermite in play as well. Snubby, what are you up to there? Stop suppressing fire into mud, please. There's no one there. I think they're trying to make sure that no one comes for a cheeky peek out West Main. Does happen. Does happen. Oh, the timing! Perfect for Svebo! As he gets out of the climb animation just in time. He's able to pressure the Izami. This is Noah, full white at the top of the stairs. And surely his days are numbered. Down and out by Zaknu. As are trying to make the hero play the response. He doesn't come up the stairs in time. Svebo with his second on the round. Huge from the Amaru. Friendly Fire are not stopping. There are no brakes on this wagon. I say that as they wait for a bit. Azra and Jonka the last alive. The old 10-star duo. Lovely C4 coming out to Zaknu, but taken down immediately by Jonna. And now Jonka, the last alive for RTB. We've seen him clutch before. It's a tough map to get a 1v4 on. You got to find these 1v1s, and A. Littleton is more than ready for his own one. Face down Yonka. Great game so far. Hello, Fresh. Welcome to the stream. You've joined us at a good moment. First attacking round going the way of friendly fire, and there is now no longer daylight between the two sides. 4-3. They're giving into the breach. A bit of a game here. Blaney, we aren't sweating, supposedly. That's good PR, that. You have to say that. You're contractually obliged to say that.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
I
bombs
really
as
need to
they
pee,
can.
but I cannot leave this game. Alright. We'll get there eventually. Just if it goes to overtime, we could literally only be halfway through so far. We've had a rehost already. Gotta charge my phone. So excuse the momentary beep boop boop beep. Don't worry, the game hasn't frozen, I've just tapped out. Alright. Let's get it on. Top floor being set up by Kendrew.
10 seconds left.
We've got Yonka up here as well. No Doc. Sad to see there's a Noxo lineage has not made its way through to the ITB
Use a bomb.
strat book, at least not for this round. We know they have it in their wheelhouse, but I want to see it every time. I'm not joking. Like, if there's not a Doc there, I'm sad. Alright. A. Littleton, content creator extraordinaire. Can he get more clips? Zofia this time round. Playing operator roulette, this guy. Yeah, get that nice little shelf drone. We love a good shelf drone. Jonna with the first kill. Finds the entry onto Kanto. Big name taken out. But Azza, in the meantime, finding Zach no more Dokubi calls. That's going to really assist them on the roam here. Azza still in the basement for the time being. On the roam. Looks like A. Littleton wants to converge on his position. Go on. Get the clip. You've got to back Azza in this. If you're a thinking man, you back Azza. But my heart says A. Littleton takes this. That being said, I don't know if this fight even happens. He has been droned out, effectively, inside of Big Garage for some reason. This isn't a NORDICS we're watching here. He is in Big Garage, 90 seconds down on a bar defense. That is what's happening. He's now under considerable pressure. Oh no, Snubby. He's close to anything. A. Littleton goes to the fight. Azza with the impact. Oh! Adds a streamer to his Pokedex. Let's see if he can get some more. Svebo on the other end of this one, but the spray comes out. Snubby! Get your cob out. 3 versus 3. 1 minute left. Roman's dealt with. Top floor hold still in play, though. Kiva barricades still in play for Kendrew. I would say this favours the defense, but it depends what Friendly Fire want to do. Depends how they decide to execute here. Snubby, considering the rush. A little bit risky, but he can play area denial on the top floor while the rest of his team go for a plant. That is an option. Cut them off from above. Servo placing his final claymore. Oh, Jonna. Again in a playmaking position. Any one of these attackers could be the hero right now. But Jonna goes down in the first engagement. That could be it. Could be a round going the way of into the breach on this defense. Snubby jumps in, gets caught out. But to Svebo, can't fight up through the hatch. Kendrew holding firm. His army finally gets to spring into action after 2 minutes 40 seconds of doing absolutely nothing. He'll take those. He'll absolutely take those. I desperately need to pee. You guys watch this. You know, I'll press a button so that you get to see the prep phase. Okay, and then I'm rushing to take the quickest piss of my life. All right, I've overhydrated. I had a coffee, felt like a pint of lemonade. We will be back. This is when they ask for a rehost or some shit, and I'm gone. If that happens, that's really annoying. You know, it'll be the quickest piss of my life. It's fine. Quickest piss of my life. I come back in time for action phase. 40 seconds. Let's go.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds remaining. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
We're back. How is someone dead already? That's not fair. Oh, it's simply not fair. Alright. We will play the sleuth. It had to be Zaknu killing someone into here. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Fenrir, what does Fenrir do on a basement defense? Let's find him. Maybe the top floor. Maybe a spawn peak. We're going to find this kill. Spawn peek out West Main? Oh, it could have been spawn peek out West Main. Maybe. Let's have a look. I don't see any gun on the floor. I don't know. You'll have seen it. You'll be telling me in chat in 3 minutes time. Alright, let's actually focus in on what's going on. Ooh, we love to see a bit of Maverick play. Fresh, you might have missed it earlier. Kendrew was on a rappel outside of the garage, looking through an above head height Maverick hole as Blackbeard, and he got like 3 kills. It was very stupid, very much Friendly Fire's fault. This strat will never work again, surely. Although, actually, to be fair, wait until you see it at tier 1 play. Like, know that it was showcased here first. Or, you know, actually, to be fair, it probably wasn't. We've probably seen it before. You've probably seen it before. But if it was new, then, yeah, watch out for Kendra doing that. Nice little opening there. Noah getting a little bit antsy. Oh, and surely, did he spot the cross? I don't think he did. Easy kill, surely. No, Svebo is just better. But there's a flank on from Azza. A Littleton's in the silo taking out Jonker, and it's all up to Azza now. 1 versus 4. He has done this before. Great first kill onto Jonna. But the site has been conceded. A Littleton deep inside the opposite side as well can get a plant down. If he gets his plant here, they win automatically. Because the Mav hole overlooks this spot. There's no way he makes it back. They just have someone outside. Snubby, play objective. Get out the door. Get out the door. Someone just get outside and you win. Automatically. You do not lose this. Why are they not going outside? Just someone go outside, please. Either way, Azza probably doesn't win. If Azza clutches this, it's the biggest throw of their lives. 20 seconds left. He's being stunned out of position. 3 stuns still left on Zaknu's. Oh, he's going to get close. Ah, doesn't check the right corner. Snubby has it. Why did I ever doubt the man? Why did I ever doubt the man? Well, I'm losing track of the round count. So, this is round 10. And I've... Okay, round history is important here. Friendly Fire won that one. I have to do my double duty. Into the breach won their round. Defending... Oh god, what site was it they defended successfully? That was Wine just then. They defended Bar, okay. And before that, it doesn't matter. It was probably Kitchen or something.
Attackers need to locate
Knowing into the breach, I think they prefer to defend Kitchen first. And this is their first site now, yeah. So it was probably Kitchen that round 7. Alright, we're good. We're covered. If there's a rehost, we know what we're doing again. Yeesh. Alright. I really hate the new overhead cam. I can't get to grips with it because it's really just unintuitive compared to how we worked before. Although the free cam, if you come out of overhead, this is how you do it. This is how you get a nice
10 seconds to insertion.
sort of. We can reveal.
5 seconds to insertion.
Reveal the top floor here. I like this. Okay, I can get down with this. I'm not on sticks, by the way, in case you're wondering why the free cam's moving so fast and sort of jagged.
Honey, you mean Hercules?
See what's going on here. We've got Azza on the basement. I do like this. Kind of reveal the floors one by one, so whoever wants to hunt him down on the bottom. Alright, let's get out of here. I will get there in the end. It's fun. Alright, so it looks like a fairly south-sided clear coming through from a Littleton and the gang. Friendly fire. Azza with the opening frag. How's he gotten that? Downstairs. Did someone just try and sneak into sight, or was that up through a rappel or something? No. Where even was that? On the window? Did someone just try and hop in through West Wayne while the rest of the team was there? Come up the stairs? I hate missing kills like that, because a better observer would just have it. They'd know. And also, like, I'm trying to pay attention to a billion things here. Usually I track players a bit better while I'm casting. Like, just casting. Very slow progress being made here by friendly fire. It's still halfway through the round. They're still working on this mez push. It's a kitchen defense as well. Getting plenty of intel, but this is going to be stale by the time they get there. Hey, Littleton going in straight underneath. They're opting for a half clear. They just want control above. They don't want to take this vertical ground. They just want the visibility to the vertical plant denial spot. Ah, but that's a nice keeper barricade coming out from Noah. Enables them to play on this spot here to look down on the default plant. So now the hold that Zachnu thinks he has may not be sufficient. Snubby wants to try and come up these stairs, but Yonka, oh, surely Yonka gets this kill. A Littleton with the first frag, though. Pushing kitchen by himself. Yonka is wary of the threat downstairs. Doesn't win the fight immediately. Snubby taken down to a smidgen of HP. But Azza is doing his part. Kanto's doing his part. Noah's done his part with that keeper barricade. Jonka finally does his part.
10 seconds to go.
And Jonna's there. and Jonna was also there. I was really hoping for one of the ITB players to do nothing that round, so that I could round that off with, I didn't even fucking shit. Oh, that meme is fucking rent-free in my head these days. Alright, so that is match point reached by Into the Breach. A kitchen defense successful. And now we head down to Bar Gaming. Or across to Bar Gaming, I suppose. What's going on in the other game? Let's have a little look. Oh, they're watching me. For like 20 seconds. I don't think they'll be on me very long. Oh, they're watching the bit of me struggling with free cam. Alright. We love that. I need to get a brain. Alright. Bar defense, and I should be looking at the setup. Just a little bit. No mirror. But we do have Ephemera. Ephemera does the job of the mirror in some ways. I always like to think of it like that. Honestly, it's the same kind of area denial and one-way firefight that you get from having Ephemera positioned the same way as a mirror does, but it's more flexible and more vulnerable in some ways. It's more easy to dispatch with. That being said, mirror, like, definitely a stock's gone down since the last patch with, you know, Ash and Callie hammering her a bit more consistently. Well, entirely, you know. They never used to. The drop comes through from Kanto and Azza. Pretty early they abandon this extended hold. Maybe some good drone work from friendly fire forcing them back. But they can ascend the stairs. They can retake that ground above if they need to. There's very little presence on this top floor, actually, as it turns out. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Kendra was hiding in the corner there. I did spot that. He's made his fortress, as is custom, by Chimney. This is just slow and steady progress. We don't have any real roamers here, unless you want to... Yeah, no real roamers here from Into the Breach. They're playing nice and reserved, held back. We're staying in overhead because there's so little chance of any kind of engagement in the immediate future right now. Say that as Jonna gets into maybe within arm's reach of. No, he's still just a little bit further afield than you'd like to see if you want a gunfight anytime soon. All right, and now the net is starting to close, so we'll get into some first-person action here. Snubby looking to empty out this position. There's no one there. We can disable the closet spot if he wants to for the moment. That's going to be a bit of a signal for A. Littleton and co. to... Ooh, okay, never mind. Jonna's downstairs. Try and make a move. Flash goes in. Shot taken. No one there. Moving in here. Svebo can get the play. Takes down Azza. Or Jonka rather. Snubby fighting Azza. Svebo fighting another. It's action stations for friendly fire. They took their time, and that 3-2-1 go was impeccable. Noah and Kanto left last alive here. The Nords of the side. Oh, great shot coming out. Even better one onto Snubby. And what a playmaking position he's taken. Oh, A. Littleton in the mud. The 2 versus 5 to a 2v2. What has happened? Friendly fire. Not like this. Barely long enough to get the diffuser down, but a huge kill by Zach Nu onto Kanto. Diffuser in the hands of Svebo. He's able to plant here. The cover not looking the right way. Noah circling around to the door instead, but that solid cover from the bar is enough. Noah hasn't given his position away just yet. He knows that one is playing behind the bar. Zach Nu pops his head up. Takes a few shots, but no, it doesn't take any damage. A tough 1v2 this. Hops out the window. Very big play there. But that isolates the 1v1. A quad kill for Noah. Can he ace clutch to take it to overtime or take it all the way and finish the game out? No, he cannot. Svebo makes me eat my words. And a great round there. All in all, from Friendly Fire. They continue their roll. Match point. But Noah almost with heroics there. Goodness me, goodness me. Rehost number 2, 6-4 up Rogue. Oh, Tom. Ah, looks like you're watching our game now. Maybe Rogue won. Maybe Rogue won that by now. Of course, I'm reacting out of sync. We are 3 minutes behind here. Alright. Friendly Fire. Can they bring it to overtime? Oh. There's no way for... No. Tom can't get in the call. Tom can't get in the call. That's a bit of a shame. I would love to see Tom join us, but the way that time travel works, this is now a fixed point in time. And if Tom were to intervene, the entire time vortex would collapse in on itself. So, for the sake of the universe, I must continue alone. Soldiering on. What's happening? Another bar defense. Another roll of the dice here. And honestly, if Friendly Fire do the exact same thing again, they're probably cushy. But, you know, a lot of that relied on winning their fights. As it always does, Sieges and FPS. They really did. Svebo especially with the entry on the top floor. Just walking through trophy, taking out 1, taking out 2. Completely removing this hold. I wouldn't bet on him doing it twice in a row. But here he is. Flying through the air, soaring majestically. Like a man on a rappel that somehow magically slides along the rooftops. I know it's icy, but that's not how that works. Snubby. Oh, has like a Patalon this time round. In a good spot to try and lock one down inside of Xenox, Who is this on the other side? Jonka. Given the dirty work. Given the unenviable task of surviving as long as possible in this spot. And hoping to escape. No one on the big window there to try and get the cut off the jump in. Kendra would be ready to swing it as well. The delicate game of chess this, but Azza, he's snuck in. He's knocked down a rook. Jonna goes off the back end. A surprise there. And now Friendly Fire Oh, they abandon ship. They don't go for the push. They force Azza down. And they're not gonna bother taking the top floor here. That could be costly. So much control afforded above. We saw that being a pivotal factor earlier on. Saknu's still waiting for his opportunity beneath. That line drawn often spells the demise of a player, but Azza knows his ground. He knows his square meter that he can operate within very well, better than many players do. Throws out that goo mine. If they can get rid of Azza, then it's all systems go for friendly fire. 52 seconds left. We're staying in overhead right now. Every piece of the puzzle matters so much. I'm ready to flip Svebo as soon as he gets that jump in. Saknu ready to get the pinch. And there we go. Svebo is in, but he's taken down. There's the attempted refrag. It does work, but Jonker from above spells their demise. Snubby stuck in the mud and alone as Jonker takes down A. Littleton. And this could be it. The favourites, the fan favourites, coming up against ITB. Not enough. 7-5. They pushed the tier 1 side to their very limit. But it wasn't to be. Ah, I shed a tear for Andy and Co. And Snubby. So many people got their cobs out. So many people got their cobs out, but not enough. Not enough. Alright. What a game, though. What a game. ITB, 7-5. They've had easier games in EUL. They have had easier games in EUL. Friendly Fire can go down with their heads held high. Alright. What's next? What is next? Let's get an eye on the bracket, shall we? Alright. We'll need to update this. We need to refresh. Here we go. So, Revival of Lamicki will be up against ITB. Team 86. Wait, is that another rehost I'm seeing? They're rehosting Jihu versus Rogue right now. At 6-4. Is that why we came out? Right, so that is why they came here. Game may well be over by the time I'm saying this. In your world. Well. Let's see. I do need to check whether these are best of 3s. I'm pretty sure they're not. I'm pretty sure we go best of 1 up until the final. I do need to check, though. So, we'll just find this out. Actually say on Challenger mode. Go to matches. Maybe it'll read easier on matches. It doesn't really say, does it? Revival of the Mickey. I think usually if it's best of 3, this comes up as like game 1, game 2, game 3. Alright, well, what we're going to do is we're going to throw to a break, head on over to Tommy's stream, because undoubtedly that game may still be going on. I'm going to need a break, though, so I'll come back when I've got the next game ready, if there is a next game taking place today. I'm pretty sure we get through all of them today. I'll find out. So head over to Tom J. Sherlock's stream for a little bit. Or make sure you have both up on tabs, you know. Do your thing. It's not my place to say what you should do. Here we go. Alright, so I'm going to go to a break and then we'll be back. My brain is falling apart slowly here, as you can maybe tell. Alright. Here's a break. In a second, once I get the bracket up, so you can stare at that for a second. Alright. Bye-bye. Alright, we are ready to go. So we're just going to get going. The players are so bloody impatient, you would not believe it. Alright, here we go. We are ready. We need to make sure the game will work. Just unreal. You can't be saying FPS bug now. Can't be saying FPS. There's no... we're going to begin. Doesn't make any sense. Cool. Alright. Whatever. Here we are. Alright. The semi-final. Lemmicky. The revival of Lemmicky versus Into the Breach. We've seen both teams today. Into the Breach, a 7-5 victory on Chalet, as well as a 7-2 victory earlier against Barneys' Dinosaurs. And we saw on this top half of the bracket as well, revival of Lemmicky take down Kudakong 7-4 on Oregon. With some great performances all round from Lemmicky Reborn. My money's on Into the Breach here, but we are on a new map here. I say new. It's one of the oldest in the book. But we are... I'm just so... I really wish that these players would, like, keep the chat clear. I can't keep track of what's important and what's not. Okay, so we got Into the Breach Brownie Tuber out. And Dokubi. And then we had Mirror. And who was the other one? Mirror and Ying as Lemmicky thingies. Now, what was a little bit confusing is I didn't get to see the whole veto. And we had... Interestingly, Into the Breach having a choice of OT sides, and they chose defense. They also get to defend first in the regulation. I'm assuming that's because Lemmicky had the ban phase and opted to defend first, or opted to attack first, which is a bit weird. Or they had the side pick and they opted to attack first. I didn't check the whole veto. But either way, if it turns out the OT sides are wrong, the players are the ones to blame. Because I asked them, and they both said the same things. And I was like, now I just have to assume what's going on. And so I asked them again, and they're like, yes, that's it. I don't know. We'll see when it comes to it. If they make me rehost, then it's on them. Anyway, here we go. This is going to be the last game that I cover today. I am absolutely spent. We'll probably be finishing this around about 11. So we'll hand on over to Tom J. Sherlock for the grand final. We'll send him a raid. Thank you, Radiant, for the follow. And thank you as well for Sixza for the follow a while ago. 2 minutes ago. We also have missed a few follows quite a while ago. Someone Special 97 and Jack R6S. Thank you very much, all of you, for coming along. Alright, let's do this. So, it's going to block a bit of a sight line down there. Come on, Job, trying to get into an early engagement here with Noah. ITB on this basement hold for the first round. Where is everyone? I feel like I'm missing a defender here. Someone playing deep in dirt? Yes, there is. That's Kendrew. Alright. Kendrew coming under no pressure whatsoever right now, as they're not interested in dirt. Steno's going to get his job done. He's already done part of it, opening up as much verti as possible from the window, and now he's going into the freezer to try and get some more. Hatch will begin to be open, but the trick is there from Jonker. Very nice work by the Kaid. Kanto in position to try and get an impact trick as well. Not needed as the Ram does its work. Steno, maybe in a power position here, has the high ground and plenty of holes to work with. Speaking of holes, more being made down main. Let's have a look at where the defense is stationed. We've got two inside a church. Kendry looking to rotate between the two. Smoke out that bottom of main. That's going to be a high value grenade tossed in. Azza finds a kill off the back of it. forcing the movement from the attacker. Very nicely played. Good coordination. Halva shut down as well by Kendrew. He took a lot of spray damage there from another source. I'm going to assume it was Kanto. Could have been Jonker himself as well. A good hold so far. Now Lemiki beginning to run out of options here. And the slaughter at the bottom of the main does not let up. Someone Job finally gets something going for the attack. Forced back by the tear gas, or the fear gas rather. There's some mustard gas. Kendrick taking out Steno, the last of the main stairs squadron. And Someone Job, the only one with any sense to not go down main stairs, is felled finally. Who is on? Good question, Blaney. I have not updated the old title. Let's do that right now. Into the Breach versus Lemiki. Reborn. Alright, let's make sure we don't have some pause being called here.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
If there was a pause called, I've missed it. Nope. There we go. Alright.
Honey, you mean Hercules.
Hey, little stud. Hello. Welcome for your first time to the Jerry the Music Man channel. We had a hell of a time watching your last game. I'm very sad. I was rooting for you. It didn't show too well. I was relatively unbiased considering. But yeah. Oh man, I mean 7-5 loss against a team like Into the Breach. They've had easier EUL games is what I was saying. That was a real good game you gave them.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Of course it stings not to make it further, but you know. ITV probably win this whole thing anyway. Thank you, Finchy, and thank you, Tinuon, for the follows. Also, by the way, I'm responding not in real time. We've got the 3-minute delay on because I, of course, am observing at the same time. Steno with the first kill. Noah is not too happy about that. Try and shed some light on the situation there. That looks like a downed gun. God, I hate that they changed these controls. I used to be so fluid with them. It's just so unintuitive now. I genuinely cannot find that death. Okay, whatever. The push is coming. Let's find it. No, wrong guy. Someone job. He's in the thick of it. Spots the spray. Steno at the other end of it. Oh, but Kendrew doesn't expect the swing. That's another kill. Steno with a third for his team. Azza sat down. Now it's all up to Jonker and Kanto. Two of the more experienced players on the sides. Kendrew's got a fair amount of experience himself as well, but you know, they rank among the oldies. I don't think any of them are as old as me. I'll have to check. It's going to be difficult. Oh, but he gets a whiff. That's the kind of kill you need to start things off. Untradeable. Kanto taken down by Steno. Great round from Stenson himself. 3 kills. And Halva seals the deal. Alrighty. We've got ourselves a game. 1 round apiece. And the gym defense falls from Into the Breach. A surprising one. Was not expecting that. Alright. Is that a cash defense coming? It most certainly is. No attempted repeat here of the gym. And it's to cash with go. I really love this qualifier. I really do, because we're continually getting bigger hurdles thrown in the way of these tier 1 teams. It's only a matter of time before we get like an overtime. I'm pretty sure neither tier 1 team have gone to overtime yet, but they've definitely been forced the distance by different teams, both of them, ITB and Rogue.
5 seconds to insertion.
Yeah, you know, one of these is at least this caster is not wearing the opponent's jersey. Yeah, I don't have the only esports jersey I have is of Wild, funny enough. I have a wild jersey that they sent it to. They sent to me. I should be able to, you know, I can maybe blag it into the breach jersey. But not even Tom has an Into the Breach jersey, and he's a content creator for them. So I don't know. Maybe he comes further up the list. That being said, with the crime he's committed of clearly supporting Rogue during the qualifier against Into the Breach, while they were playing Into the Breach Academy as well. I don't know. Maybe he's lost the right to a shirt. Breach opened. Kanto in position to face this head on. Tom on job climbing the stairs as well. What's Hazza up to? Hazza and Kanto doing their best to fight off this push. You've also got Noah in a position, oh no, sorry, not Noah, Kendrew in a position to maybe pop that window, fight anyone on highway. They are slowly being suffocated here. That fear gas will give Kanto a good idea of where the players are. Let's see if Azza is still in a good position. He's fighting that window. Just has to play off the contact. There's Noah coming up with a kill. And Kanto strikes onto Steno as well. The push is working. Kanto hits them from behind. Azza was enough of a distraction. Kanto, I'm clearly watching the wrong player right here because Kendra has found J-Lo. Heavy does claim one through the Maverick hole, but the Mickey are falling apart here. Into the breach. Holding firm. A very nice tag team duo on that far side. I'm disappointed that I bet on the wrong horse there. I really did think that Azza was going to pick up the kills from that spot and that Kanto was a known factor. Kanto was a known threat, but he was the one that dared. Let's see if Kanto can make it 4. Would it be 4 or would it be 3?
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds remaining.
And finally, I don't watch Azza and he's the one that gets the final kill. Alright, well, it is what it is. Ooh, and a tasty one as that. Dang. Nice little one tap. We do appreciate those. A near flawless round coming out from Into the Breach. 4 men left standing at the very end. Alright. Both teams just beginning to settle into things here. We've seen some promising stuff from the Mickey, but obviously attacking club, not the easiest. Slightly under the 50% threshold. Oh god, alright, I've spilt a little bit of liquid. That's not too bad. That could have been a lot worse. Let's get the cables out of there though. Oh my god, I'm so lucky I have tissue right to hand. And it's only lemonade as well, so that's not going to stain. Good. Alright. We're lucky. We're very lucky. But we are out of drink now.
10 seconds remaining.
Alright. And it happened during prep phase as well, which is a blessing. Alright.
5 seconds left before insertion.
All is dry and good in the world now.
Attackers objective is
Okay.
to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Let's lock in. So, what we got here?
Honey, you mean Hercules.
Eroiwi. Thank you very much for the follow. Okay, so Kendrew. Let's keep an eye on Kendrew here, because he is upstairs on this basement defense, as is Azza. As is Azza. Oh, some immediate pressure placed on Kendrew inside of servers. What can Noah tell his teammates? Well, we can tell them that someone's sneaking on into pool. That might enable Yonka. No, it's in fact Kendrew, as I flick through a million people and it's the wrong one. He gets eventually taken down by Heavy, but he got that entry frag that he needed. Onto Tom on job. Let's see if Yonka gets into a scuffle there. He has support from Noah. And Azza getting above. Causes some problems. Like a C4 to open the hatch, perhaps. And really, right now, Halva in a real pickle. Let's try and find some safe ground. The rest of the Mickey Reborn pushing from the other side. Aiming for that blue push. Also providing some pressure onto Kitchen itself. At this moment in time, Azza still above. I think the opportunity's probably gone now. Heavy doing some drone work. Might come into contact with Azza at some point soon. Azza goes aggressive on the hatch and is taken out by Halver. Very good patience shown there by the Thatcher. He's now able to connect with his team and do the job. Jeno takes a fair bit of damage there. I'm not even sure how. Oh, it must have been a Capcan trap on that door. Can't get healed up as well. No Thinker in play. So a bit of a scar on most of the attackers, in fact. 58 seconds left. Still plenty of time to get the work done that they need to. We've got all the hard breach necessary. Noah playing underneath the hatch. Doesn't have impact. He's brought barbed wire instead on the Azami. So has to forgo that hatch. No opportunity to delay. We do have the fortress available. Oh, but he doesn't like the placement of that one. Unfortunate waste of utility there by Noah. Has two keeper barricades in pocket, has to choose where to place them. Decides to shore up Church instead for his teammate. Which is going to come down main and kitchen hatch. Drone goes out, taken out. Jonker fights the hatch and takes down one. Noah with a second as well. Into the breach, holding firm despite the man disadvantage before that. They've circumvented it, overturned it. Now Halver hunting at a prone angle. JLo has to push in, taken out at range by Noah. All on to Halver, and Kanto holds the line. A solid hold, solid anchoring coming out from Into the Breach. And that's the second time we've seen them completely shut out any approach on the bottom floor. The Mickey Reborn really struggling to find a footing on that basement push. 3 to the good now for Into the Breach. And we head back up to Jib. The only site so far that they have failed to hold. Mainly off the back of a great job by Steno in the early round, pushing through.
You mean Hercules?
No, I mean Steno. Pushing through server. Pushing through cache. And Tom on job got a very important kill in the thick of it as well. The entry kill on that round. Into the player on inside of cache. So really, Into the Breach, I would say they're probably going to run with the same strat here. There's no reason to show more than necessary. And just play it better, you know. A bit more awareness, a bit more alertness to the threats around. The threats around cache and server. Cache and CCTV. I do this, I call it server as well. Will help them. Pidiuska and Ahoaska. Thank you very much for the follows. Of course, we are running on a stream delay right now. So, yeah, it is what it is. Can't respond in real time because I'm observing at the same time. But your follow is appreciated nonetheless. Alright, let's see what's going on. So, we got... They're spawning all over the place right now. Want to take out the basic utility, open the basic windows and stuff. That is a early frag coming out from Halver. Taking down some aggressive play. I thought it was there, but it wasn't. Where was that peek from? I think I misread that. Alright, well, either way. There it is. The Azami going down as well, Kanto. That's huge. Taking a peek outside of sight in the early round. Big loss. Big loss for the defense. So they're not bothering too much with the cache clear this time. Instead, Heavy devoting a exothermic to that construction single. Opening up a few options here. Jacuzzi breach the next port of call. Presumably, unless it's already been dealt with. I might have missed it. It has already been dealt with. Very efficient work being done here by the Mickey Reborn. Or Revival of the Mickey. I've called them the Mickey Reborn because it's easier. It fits in the in the character limit. Someone job just getting the all clear downstairs. And it is an all clear. Or it will be an all clear eventually. It's every Into the Beach defender on the top floor.
You mean Hercules?
Thank you very much for the follow, Morrow. Steno. In close contact with the Legion of Kendrew on the other side of this breach. The Ace Selma charge created earlier. They will get tickled as they go through this breach, so there will be a sound cue. They're going to make it a walkable one. Oh, but the peak comes out from Kendrew. The patience and the experience and helping him out there. Noah with a huge double peaking highway. And now Tom on job has to rescue things. Heavy in tow as well. The FBI duo of Ash and Thermite. Clearing out a BP cam there. Don't want that intel lingering. Heavy has to hold on to the fuse. He knows that one is close. Let's play around the corner. That is Kendry once again. Oh, but Noah tags in with a 4th. Azza claims the final kill, as it turns out. But an effective quad kill on the round for Noah. Beautiful there. And we will have a tech pause as the game has crashed. Alright, so. Well. What a comeback there in that round. It really looked like Limiki Reborn were in control. Strong control. And Gym defense now finally goes the way of Into the Breach. Jonk is going to reboot, while I have been instructed to hydrate. Unfortunately, I don't have any water because I spilt it just now. You probably missed that. So I'm going to go top up. And top up with some water. I'll be back ready to hydrate. Thank you for spending the points though. Alright. Okay. I'm being spectated here by Tom. Why? What are you doing, Tom? How is that game not ready yet? Alright. No, I don't want to come off this screen just in case things happen. I could show you the bracket, but you're all under the bracket by now, probably. I can just tell you the bracket. Team 86 are playing Rogue over on Tom J. Sherlock's channel. Probably in the midst of a rehost by the looks of things, because they're watching me. Hello. And then, right here, of course, we've got Limiki Reborn versus Into the Breach. 4-1. Pretty good scoreline so far for Into the Breach. I hate to say it, but it feels as though the Mickey Reborn aren't putting up as big a fight as some of ITB's previous opponents. That being said, if I'm being perfectly pedantic about it, it was 4-1 at one point to Into the Breach up against Friendly Fire. Alright, so Jonka's back. We just ask for a ready to be certain. Don't want to assume anything. And there's the ready. Cool. Okay, now that's interesting. I didn't realise that clicking on the cogwheel hides the chat. Because that was probably why I missed something earlier. When people were saying they were ready. Anyway, either that or I'm just a kind of ignorant bastard. Alright. Here we go. Back in the back in the action, I suppose. We're to make up new words. And we're back at Cash. The final defense. I have to make these notes, right? Because I'm observing. I have to make the round history notes. In case of rehosts. So I'm being very kind of methodical about this. It's affecting my casting, if you call it that, at this point. And what have we got here? We've got the Azami, we've got the Wamai Malusi. Which is almost a relic at this point, but it does help, in particular,
5 seconds left.
When it comes to holding this area here. The garage, the catwalk. Very useful to have something that will effectively slow down your opposition. He hasn't actually placed any yet, has he? Or have I missed it? Maybe he hasn't placed them there. Maybe we've got some... Ah, there's one on the red stairs, of course. Can't find the other. I'm not spotting inside of construction.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Oh well. We'll find it. Maybe Limiki Reborn will find it. Before I do. Steno on a drone. There's one. There you go. I knew Steno would... I knew someone would find it for me. There we go. Alright. And he gets his drone taken out. So a heavy investment in the garage hold here. From Into the Breach. Of course, when you've got the Azami... I mean, Kenny will never shut up. This is Kangaroo Kenny about how strong his army is here and how pivotal the operator is in general on this map. Effective pretty much every single site. Kanto reactivating some of these mines again in tandem with Azza. This worked very well last time. The tag team duo. Oh, a lot of damage, and Azza will have the work finished off for him by Kanto. Look at that, dancing and weaving, almost perfect, but Halva finally shuts it down. And there's the sucker punch at the end. Noah finding him. J-Lo, in the meantime, takes out Jonker for some recompense as he finds his way in through the construction single. And in fact, Hebi taking out Noah as well. Somehow even things out. J-Lo taking another. Suddenly it's all up to Kendrew. What's happened to Into the Breach here? 4-2. Up in man count. And he goes for the peak. It's telegraphed. It's so obvious. Heavy was watching it. Knew exactly what to expect. What happened there, ITB? You bottled it. Absolutely bottled it there. Could have had a 5-1 split in the palm of your hands. May not matter in the end. But
Hey, you mean Hercules?
they know they can do better than that. They will look back at that round and think, that was an absolute mess. Absolute mess at the end. They've done a great job. A great job. You could maybe say that, you know, Azza and Kanto, they've done their job. To get traded out is fair. There's some real missteps on the site there from the remaining anchors who hadn't contributed as much in the kills department early on. Great little clutch there. Great little 2v4. Let's not discredit the players on the Mickey Reborn. Heavy has those in him. There's Heavy and J-Lo as well. They've been relatively quiet today in general. We haven't seen as much action from them. It's usually been Steno, been Tom, occasionally Halva. When we were looking at the early games, or the early game that we watched them on when they were playing Revival. No, that's them. When they're playing Kuba Stomp, whoever they're called. Kudacon. Kubicon? Something like that. It's base game Siege best of 12. What's OT? I haven't seen much R6 competitive scene. Finchy. So, you'll probably have this explained to you in chat before I do in real time because we're running a 3-minute delay here. But, in case no one does, it is first to 7. So, yes, effectively best of 12. You're correct. And then if it goes to 6-6, then it becomes a best of 3. Just the first team to reach 8 rounds. So, the first team to 7... And if it becomes 6-6, it's the first team to 8. You play 6 rounds on defense, and then 6 rounds on attack, or vice versa. You swap sides after 6 rounds. Oh, wow. Kanto had no chance there. Great little double peek. Steno sacrificed a fair chunk of his health there to enable the swing from J-Lo. And Kanto, all too many times today, has been caught out very, very early on. Of course, you know, it used to be his role. It used to be his role to get in there and get the early frags. But when you're playing Ram, you're carrying a lot of valuable utility in your pocket. Not much vertical destruction now left for Into the Breach to work with on their attack. Their very first attack of this half. Jonker trying to get going with that hatch destruction. But Halva in place to deny with 1 impact. Second impact at the ready. Will deny some time. But that's all he's doing, really. As we like to say, it's a matter of when, not if. With these hatches being open, if a barn is in play. Do want to keep an eye on Tom on job here, though. Keeping himself dug in quite far. And you can hear the pressure around him. Kendrew's just going for it. But he gets sat down by Halva, who does trade the down in response. J-Lo finds one, and Tom on job finally strikes. They weren't ready for that quick execute. They had no idea of the positioning of some of these players, especially Tom on job. Really sealing the deal there. And Hebi takes down Azza. Some real oversights there. ITB thought they could go for the quick execute, but they were wrong. Very wrong. Alright. Well, a basement defense is par for the course. Let's put it that way. Not the end of the world for Into the Breach. But, again, we see an exact replica of their last game against Friendly Fire. 4-1 up, and now the Mickey Reborn have closed the gap across the half to 4-3. But they never lost the lead, not once. in that last game. Always in control, and they're still in control of this game. So they cycle on up. Well, there's Lemmicky Reborn, the revival of Lemmicky. Cycle on up to gym defense. And it looks as though the Team 86 versus Rogue game is getting underway on Tom J. Sherlock's channel. So head on over there. You'll probably head on over there during this game. I reckon we'll finish this one up. We're 7 rounds ahead. We'll finish this one up way before they're done. I'll send you on over to him, ready for not just the end of that semi-final, but also the grand final. Also a best of 1. So Tom's probably on the midnight slog here, the graveyard shift. But he's doing it for a potential tier 1 versus tier 1 matchup, so you got to respect the the moves. All right. And of course, what's important here, what's at stake really, is a spot in the MALTA Cyber Series, and a spot specifically in the last chance qualifiers. An interesting name for a thing that must be gone through in order to qualify, unless you're invited. I don't know why they've called it last chance qualifiers, quite honestly. JLo is extended inside a cache, and apparently Azza wasn't expecting that. And now with a Monty on board, you've got significantly fewer guns up and ready to take fights. This is the problem with the Monty. You really need that entry frag. Otherwise, it puts you at a serious disadvantage, because you need to be able to build crossfires around him, have players stationed behind him, push with him, to get the real value out of that. Not only that, but you've got a decent amount of counters on the side of Into the Breach in terms of impact, in terms of C4s. That being said, I do like to see a Monty in the face of Fenrir. I feel like Fenrir is countered quite significantly by the presence of Monty. Kanto spying an opening there, taking out one, but JLo is not done on the top floor. He finds a second to make it 3 for his tally, and the kill feed kind of... What? Oh, I'm watching Noah. Sorry, I thought I flicked a JLo there. Okay, so JLo finally shut down by Noah. God, this is why I don't observe. I confused the hell out of myself there. Okay. 2 versus 3, and JLo, well, his reign of terror is over, but 3 kills in the round. He may well have just done enough for his team in this half. Or in this round. Kanto and Noah, a very clutchable duo, for certain. They can get it done between them. They have talent in droves. And some good weaponry. Kenny will say what he likes about the Type 89, but a lot of people do like this gun. Flashes go out to lock the player inside of bathroom, but Kanto swinging off the contact, can't deal with Tom on job. He's waiting on that doorway. Now everyone on Into the Breach being so patient heavy. Showing a little bit of skirt there, a little bit of leg. But Noah isn't there to swipe it up, and Halva wants to close it out. Noah didn't really have a chance in hell there.
5 seconds remaining.
As long as Lemmicky Reborn were able to control things, able to hold themselves back, they were always going to be in with a shot there after a round that JLo truly dominated during the opening. I didn't expect him to survive so long on that top floor. That's why I stopped watching him. I thought he'd be dead eventually. I really should have gone in to just watch the Valk. Yellow's come alive in this game. He wasn't particularly impressive earlier. He had a decent game. But he's been a real difference maker in this one. And 4-4. Look at that. They've tied it up. Into the Breach continually being tested today by the UK and Nordic talent. And the ECS team of Lemmicky Reborn. We got like everyone from ECS is here. It's an ECS party. It almost makes me not want to support Into the Breach. I know, you know. I'm a big Kenny stan. A big Azza stan. Anyone that's ever touched 10-star, you know how much I love them. But really, you know, Tom on job. Tom on job playing against his old coach as well here. In Kenny.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Fun story. Tom on job was at one point, I believe, banned from ECS. Through no real fault of his own. It it seemed as though basically a mistaken ban that he couldn't get overturned. Possibly a stat ban at the time. Everyone was vouching for him, but at that point he couldn't get anyone to unban his account, so he was sort of empty. Beautiful little coordination there. You saw it from Kendrew. Kanto finishing him off, but the stun coming out to Heavy. Heavy does love a bit of clash. Oh, Kendrew with a second. He can claim a fair amount of responsibility for that first kill. Steno taken out by Kanto as well. Just working these repels. Every kill so far coming from this repel. And now JLo, I mean, you're forced to have to fight this. You have to win a gunfight sooner or later. And you know there are players out there. You can't blame them for swinging, but it's a difficult fight to take. Tom on job maybe going underneath to find another way back in, but Noah and Azza, they've taken control of Garage in the meantime. JLo really has it all to do. He's been a hero player so far for his team, but opportunities like that when they go begging in a 1 versus 5, you know you don't have much of a chance after that. You've got to take every opportunity that comes at you. And it was a good cleanup, a flawless round from Into the Breach. The buck stops here, perhaps. They've had enough. They toyed with their food a little too long. 2 more rounds to win it for Into the Breach. Attacking Clubhouse, it's not the easiest thing. Decent Clubhouse size. They probably would have been more comfortable on Chalet, but Revival of Lamicki, perhaps knowing better than to go there. I don't have exact access to the map veto, but I doubt they'd have taken ITV to Chalet. They surely know better than that, especially after the performances we've seen today from them. Ooh-wee. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm really sorry to crash now. I had 3 hours sleep. Had a whole work day. Been up since 7. I'm going to sleep like a log tonight. Oh, what am I going to eat as well? I'm starving. God. Everything. All of my senses. My Sims bars are depleted in almost every direction. But my joy meter is full. And that's the way I like it. Well, okay, that's the way I like my joy meter. Yeah, the rest of it, not so much. I do like food. Alright. That's Cam here. Not the most well hidden, but important intel to have control of constantly. And that drone has already read into the location of it, but assisting Tom on job on his drone dispatch duties. And he realises that the pressure from Garage is probably a bit too tough. Doesn't want to take that fight while his location is known. This goes back to site. Fair enough. Steno still lurking on the middle floor. The question is, how close are the attackers to him? Not very. Pretty far afield, in fact. So we could spend a bit of time here in, waffle zone. Because I can see the next minute or so having very little action here. Noah is going to open up the floor beneath him to get some sight lines down towards the main stairs, but no one's playing there anymore. Steno has backed off. In all honesty, this is decent moves from, Lamicki Reborn. They're playing very, very passive, but they have C4s, they have intel. We're going to have a look at that intel. We're going to see what Tom and Job is looking at. Ooh, a very sneaky little camera inside a kitchen that can very much enable a cheeky C4. This one as well. You see JLo with a C4 in hand. He sent it out, hasn't met its mark. Steno has one. Out it goes. Unfortunately, no one above. Both C4s go begging. Not great given the setup that they were going for. That, I believe, was actually a pre-placed C4 by JLo, but not detonated in time. The call not good enough from the revival of Lamicki. The Gambit hasn't necessarily paid off here. They may be behind in the util game. 51 seconds left, though. What they sacrificed in... Well, they tried again in that C4 play. They sacrificed in, Breach Denial. There's nothing on this lineup in terms of a Mute or a Cade or anything to stop these players on Into the Breach, making their way into a Breach sooner rather than later. Kendrew is going to find that gap, but Tom on job sits him down. Noah pushing... Where is he pushing? Pushing through blue. Does take out Tom on job. Jonker getting ready to go for the drop. You see Noah ready to pinch on the far side with Kanto pushing through blue. Spots a backpack and does eventually sit him down. The fight inside of blue is good enough from Kanto. Noah can push on ahead of his teammate towards JLo. JLo in the 1 versus 4 does sit down 1. But it's going to have to be another 3. Time is on his side, but Jonka is setting the diffuser down in default inside the church. The hold is good. The hold is patient. And it's a post plant now. Can't land the shots. Kanto has it. Spins with excitement, with glee. As ITB are now only 1 round away from sealing their spot in the final of this qualifier. Woo, okay. Where do we go from here? Mickey, or what's left of you. We need Mickey to be revived from the ashes. That's too cheesy. Scratch that. We don't like that here. We do not condone such cheesiness outside of a real cast.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
But the truth of the matter is they have to win the next 2 rounds to even stay in it. That's going to be tough against Into the Breach, attacking on the basement again. Just make sure we've got this right. That was a successful, flawless cash attack before that. Basement again. They had the option to rotate to gym here. They had the option to rotate to gym, a site where they have had a higher success rate. 100% success rate on defense. They even look decent on attack. They managed to win one of their attacks there. So they know how gym works, but they're opting instead to change tact on the defense here. Heavy now opting for the Cade. Kaid. JLo with the Warden as well. Locking up shop rather than playing for C4s, rather than playing with intel. It didn't work last time. It cost them util. They were short-staffed on site. However, though, that's not the plan. That's not part of the action plan here. Maybe he's just playing for time. Going for the early kill. Going for the early drone pick. Waiting for JLo and co. Cause some problems. That sound cover may be an opportunity for Halver to move, but no, he decides to stay put. Steno is upstairs at the moment as well, opening the vert. Providing more of a decoy than anything for Halver here. He's not in a particular position, not particularly in a position to get a kill. And as I say that, Kendra with this long angle catches the rotate. Great flank hold. Even using the hard cover in front of him to make sure he's successful. Halver is nearby as Tom and Job is taken down. Is Halver still hiding? That's the question. He is. Leaving JLo and Heavy last on site. Potentially high and dry. As the rest of, well, the whole of Into the Breach are getting ready to make their moves. I don't think they really care about this place. In comes one. Have they droned it out? No, they have not. Down goes Diffuser, but he can't play it. It's too risky. Could have maybe shut up shop. Could have built a fortress up there with those keeper barricades. He had 5 in pocket. He held on to them for so long. But this Gambit, holding on to so many pocket reinforcements and the keeper barricades for the final push. All of the intel that Into the Breach have gained on the bottom floor. It might be for naught, as Halver can rework it to his heart's content. But surely ITB are used to the idea of keeper barricades appearing in front of them. It is one of the best strengths of them that you can remodel a site at any given moment. He's really held on to these as well. Noah, though. Oh, this could be a key play. They have foregone control of dirt, have the defenders. It doesn't look like necessarily that spot behind AKs is protected from it. But that being said, Heavy not responding to it. Oh, he does have some cover to work with. Maybe not enough as his booty is showing. Down goes JLo. And maybe the keeper barricade to the rescue. No chance of a res though. And now it's all up to Halver in the 1 versus 4. But he can't do it. And Into the Breach take down the insurgents of the Mickey Revival. And they book their spot in the final. Against either Rogue or who is it? They're in a rehost. Rogue or... was it G who? Team 86. Rogue or T86. No, I don't mean Hunkerlies. I mean Team 86. What a game. What a close game. That really could have been... that really could have gone to overtime, quite honestly. It came so close at the end there. There's definitely an opportunity for... definitely an opportunity for the Mickey to clutch that out. But wow. Oh, so deserved for ITB. They've looked very confident. In truth, they never looked out of control of the game. Always ahead. Never let the lead slip from their grasp too much. Let's see. I'm going to watch Tom react to this play. Oh, it's 2:33. That's gonna be a while. Well, we'll wait until the game has definitely ended because we don't want to raid preemptively here. It will give the game away. So there we have it. To be decided. Third place match doesn't matter. It won't be played. There's no way they play that. They'll get to bed. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna see what Tom thinks. Finally getting to tune in to Tom. I'll watch on my phone. Alright. So if you want some React content, head to Tom J. Sherlock's channel now. While I react to his live reaction. 3 minutes from now.
3 kills away from LT and in the
Road Games still paused for a rehost in his timeline. That's why. This is the worst entertainment. I'm literally sitting on camera, staring. Just staring at my phone. No comments at all, because I'm rewatching the final round. Alright, well, I'm going to do that at my own time, maybe. Let's have a look. So, these are showing the scores as well, so we can have a recap of the bracket up to this point. Kuda Kong, 7-1, but then taken down by Lumbiki, who also 7-1. And then 7-4 there. 7-2 against Barneys Trusted Dinosaurs for ITB. 7-5. Then we had a 7-4. Friendly Fire versus Rudiscalea. We had that on Tom's channel. Banger of a game. Team 86, 7-5 there. Team 86, 7-1 against Looking for Porg. So Kudo are team worth watching as well. Wait, never mind. I haven't seen these guys in action as much. Alright, well. Jihu 7-2. And then, oh, they put up a fight against Rogue, didn't they? Put up a fight against Rogue. Alright, well, Tom gets to celebrate ITB winning now. Great. Okay, we're in the right timeline now. Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to send you all Tom's way. Half of you are probably already on Tom's channel, whatever, so I don't know if this raid will actually really make a difference, but we're going to send you there now. So, yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for everyone that's come along. What a great showcase of UK and Nordic Siege that was. Alright, here we go. Starting the raid, and we may well be casting some of the games tomorrow of the South Breach qualifiers. Until then, I will see you, and have a good one. Alright.